That's the official one.
We doing red as HP, green as armor class, blue as movement?
Sure. It looks like Cater has set red for HP, so I think it's safe that we can just go that way.
Did you say blue was armor class or blue was movement?
I just did
movement.
Let's just do blue speed. Speed on the right, AC in the middle, health on the left.
Yeah. Yes, this is what I always do. Yeah.
Alright.
You got 30 out of 30 movement?
Yeah, so Steph, that's not a feat. Or that's not a feat, that's just a feature. It's not the same thing.
So that's part of my character, though.
Yes, you have that feature.
Okay, just want to make sure before I add it in there.
Yeah, we're just getting a free additional feature. So ours is called Fade Away.
No, let's keep it distinguished. Feature and feat are different. In the context of feats, it's a specific power you get to pick either from the book, from the list of feats, or in this case, there's a very select number of racial feats. But like everything you gain as ability through your background is a feature. The things you gain for your class, those are class features.
Right.
Usually when somebody says feats, it means something completely different than those things. And it is weird that they picked that word, but...
Okay, now
I
I know.
couldn't really think of a better word for it right now, honestly.
Reed Barley Bottom.
Let's rename your token since you are not. Astral.
I have bountiful luck. Alex, it's gonna be fun.
I don't know what that does. I don't think I've played a halfling with a free racial feat.
Oh my. Oh, Alex. Don't tell him, Michael. Just wait for it to come up.
Yeah, sure. It's going to.
That's fucking OP.
If you take luck with that, isn't it?
Everything with luck in it is always OP. I've learned.
Yeah. Luck is OP. That's just the way she goes.
Lucky.
I've got Gnomish Luck, the feature. Reroll everything all the time if I want.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it has luck in it, so it's probably play tested.
Makes sense to me. Doesn't seem exploitable. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the only one that doesn't have. Oh, because you didn't put the other half in. I'm also going to copy these so that I have them available. Actually, hold on, bear with me. I'm going to resize them before I copy them, that way they're not.
Season 2 leaks for Arcane already.
Jeez.
The spoilers.
How far do you think they were in on the working on it process before it actually got confirmed? Like, I feel like they were probably working on it pretty, like, before they finished releasing this, they were already, like,
oh yeah,
neck deep in season 2.
Yasuo?
If you think they doubted it even for a second, then, like, maybe they waited till the first episode popped off, but, like, I really doubt they had any doubts that it would pop off, so.
Oh, shut the fuck up. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I was like, that's the only way it makes sense why he would be there.
How else are they gonna do?
I was like, ew, he looks so bad. And then I realized it was just a meme. Like, what happens to the animation quality?
Keep
Fortitia's
trusting
doing so well.
I'll give you guys a little mini intro dump. Unless there's anything else you guys need or want to address before we go to get started.
My name is Bavlgov. Waveltov.
Hi, Bubblegum Mumbletop. Wobble. Shit.
So
Alright,
good.
fucked it up.
Yeah, we can do brief character intros if you want.
I just wanted to say I did it without laughing, but then Cody said it, so it made me laugh.
Okay,
But I
yeah,
still
you
succeeded.
passed the first test. The next test is to hear it without laughing.
No, I'm not ready.
No, and then the third test is hearing somebody fucking mangle it, trying to say it during a moment of tension.
I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'll just say it now.
I could see that going down, and that's okay. I'm at peace with that.
Yeah.
Even my simple names like Moggs are challenging. So
Hey, Mug.
this one is exactly.
I mean, dude, the name X got butchered, so.
It sure did. It sure did.
Are you right?
It was they kept calling you Axe, right?
Yeah.
It's just like Z and Z. Like it's a real
Not,
pronunciation.
though.
That's the Canada pronunciation.
Alright. Alright, good character introductions. Let's get that out of the way.
Alright. Crow. Cater. Astral. Alright.
And no, you missed one actually.
Astral Numa, actually.
I am reading what is underneath the characters.
You didn't read
Well
mine.
then.
Say my name, Reed.
I did.
I didn't hear it.
Yours was the first one I said, actually.
I didn't hear it. Say it again.
Bobblegob.
Yeah. Excellent.
I think that counts as laughing, Alex. You gotta work on it still.
You're right. Yeah. There's too much build-up. It had to be funny.
Alright, so. The continent of Auroras is divided land composed of 3 countries. The Elven lands of Lordanel to the east, the Gnomish nation of Glimmergate to the west. Between those two resides a territory that once belonged to the myriad others that lived in Auroras. Open war thrashed the land between those 2 monstrous powers that were seeking control of it, and eventually a ceasefire was called. The land in between Lordanel and Glimmergate has ever since been a hotbed of turmoil, as much of it was destroyed, and the ever-present threat of war hangs heavily overhead those people that still live there. Both of the countries have various imports and exports, and with tensions being at an all-time high, a trade embargo between the 2 of them threatened to sink both into economic collapse. A wise woman, a Firbolg of the lands between, came up with a solution that she presented to the king, Kinrose of Lordanel, and High Tinkerer Sproswalget of Glimmergate. Officially, that the land would be recognized between them as a peaceful neutral territory, for them to conduct their business and construct trade routes to help everyone prosper, because the feuding was tearing the land apart and would quickly become too late to undo the damage dealt. With treaties signed and gestures of good faith made, Newholme was born, a city for those outcast by the fighting, a beacon of trade, hope for better times, and a promise of a fresh start for any that come there. And that's where you guys come in as a party. The settlement was formed a few months ago by the first wave of new settlers. The expansion effort has reached a point where new faces are both required and more than welcome, and you are part of that second expansion. You'll all have been there for a couple of days at most now. As you arrived from your various locations, you were grouped in a small building towards the outskirts of the town, and it was here that you met a kindly young halfling man named Tory Gingersnip. He works within the town, but he accommodates those that arrive and await their placement. Today you'll be meeting the head honcho and creator of the whole thing, Mistress Merryweather.
Sorry, that last name?
Mistress Merryweather.
First name, Mistress.
It is.
Well then.
As far as anyone's concerned, anyway. No
My
one's ever
wife
heard
at this
otherwise.
settlement?
Do you want her to be?
Yeah, where else would I want her to be? Of course.
I don't know. Maybe you guys needed some space. Sure.
What? Why would we need space?
I don't know.
With
You
the
guys
name like
bored?
Bubblegov, everything must be going well.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Of course, you're right.
Everything's
I just-
turning up, Bubblegov.
I thought
That's
that
a
maybe when
saying,
Bubblegov
definitely.
Waltov decided to go to Newholme, he threw the glass down, crushed it, and said Mazel Tov.
He might have if he was Jewish. What are you trying to say? Is it because he has a big nose?
I didn't know that he had a big nose.
He's a gnome, Tyler. Of course he has a big nose.
Anyway.
Who's Colvin? Wait, change Colvin picture. At the bottom.
He
There's a big
can't-
Leonin
he's
staring
not
at me.
here. He said BRB should
Oh.
still be here.
Refresh.
Alright, I will. It's worth it. Baby, you're worth it. Yeah.
Where? Why?
Brum, 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 brum.
Oh, I refreshed now. I can't hear the music anymore.
Oh yeah, I gotta turn that back on.
No, I think that was
Why?
just a coincidence, I think.
It broke, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there we go. Now it's back on.
I can't hear it.
It's very
Oh,
quiet.
there it is. Nice.
Okay. So yeah, your wife can be here.
Sweet.
Anybody else have anyone else that they need to have here?
Me.
Library.
I want,
Besides that, we're good.
I
A
want
library?
Bubblegov's wife to be there.
Okay.
Yes, thank
Steph.
you.
I didn't understand.
Oh,
you
you're
both
not
then.
gonna thank me later.
A library.
No, people.
Oh, then no. Not really.
No, I hate people. Only like books.
Crow. Is there anybody that would have come with you?
No, my scattered children stay in the Elven City.
You're just scattered. Alright.
Yes.
I'm a
Okay.
smuggler, man.
No, that is okay, man. That is
That's
okay.
why
I was
he
just
got away from the wifeys to get back here so that he could
Got
continue.
exiled, man.
Yeah, I was just making sure I understood. Okay. In that case, I suppose your wife is here. What does your wife do? In that case, just like a brief summary.
What
If
does
she
she
came here,
do?
there's something
She's a
that she-
weaver.
Okay, cool. Good enough.
A weaver.
What's her name?
I gotta find a really good female gnome name. Hold on.
Is it Slobberknob Waffletov?
No. Different Waveltov branch.
Oh, distant cousin.
Yeah,
I
for
see.
sure. Daffy Fina.
Daffy Fina?
Daffy Fina.
Okay, Daffy
Jesus
Fina.
fucking Christ. I've never talked
Daffy Fina Waveltov. An old man Bubblegov.
Does she accept Daffy?
Yeah, like if humans lived around here who are unable to pronounce the names for some reason, they'd call us Bob and Daffy.
Okay.
None of you are humans, so I expect full names.
Ridiculous.
Listen, humans migrated here from somewhere else. This is just world fact.
That's true. Okay. In that case, then, the 5 of you, well, 6 of you, including Daffy Fina.
Damn, she's here.
Yeah, I mean, you would have arrived together. So,
Yeah.
like I said, you would have arrived here in the last couple of days at most, and you've basically just been living in Tori's humble abode, awaiting such a time that Mistress Merryweather could take the time to introduce you to the town and basically give you your placements and assign you to, what you're going to be doing here. Obviously, related to your skills and talents. Most of you are probably aware of what you're here for anyway. So Tori, before heading out that morning, comes up to you all and he says, "Oh, so today's a big day, huh?"
Is his name spelled Tory?
Yeah, Tori
Yeah.
Ginger.
Juice.
We're all
Ginger-
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yep. Tomorrow.
Today.
classic.
Oh my god.
Very
Does he
good.
have drinks for us?
Yeah, I mean, he's been an accommodating host. Surely he's been serving you while you're here. But,
I'm getting drunk as fuck.
he says, "Well, I am charged with bringing you to the square. So, if you're ready to go, then we should head out. If you're not ready, you should get ready because um, Mistress Merryweather doesn't like waiting too much."
Oh, does this mean we're leaving this little hut, like for good?
Yes.
Oh, thank
You can see
goodness.
he looks, I wouldn't call it offended, but maybe sad that you look down upon his living. He kind of glances over his shoulder at his living arrangement, and he just says, "Yeah, you're right. It's a little crowded for this many. I'm sure suitable arrangements will be made. Uh, hop to everybody."
BB, make sure you don't forget anything, okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you for letting
Now-
us stay in your lovely abode.
He's like literally, he's got the door open. He's doing that thing where he's like leaning in, like Jeff, definitely trying to let you know that you need to go. And he goes, "Oh yeah,
That's
no
as
problem.
I'm walking out.
No problem at all. Didn't have a choice even if I didn't want to. So let's hop to it. Hop.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start fumbling with my stuff, trying to like grab everything all together. A little disorganized.
I'm gonna try and quickly make sure that everything's set up and ready to go in my bag and Cater's bag.
So for frame of reference, it is morning. It is basically midsummer. It is fairly warm. I would say maybe 10 degrees less than it is in like where we live for real. So it's hot out, but it's not like unbearable. It's also not especially humid, so it's just nice out. And you have eaten breakfast. He did provide you guys some breakfast.
Good.
Okay.
So I'm
What
not
you
angry.
reading there, Sprout? Sprout? Astro.
Oh God, sorry. I'm like reading my book. Sorry. Oh, what? Sorry. Go ahead.
What you reading?
Oh, spells. You know, just try to keep ahead. That's all.
So studious, this one.
Yeah, just gotta be prepared for anything, right?
Always be ready to look beyond the books.
Yes.
Could
Sure.
you make a quick dexterity check, Astral?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you looked up from the book and kind of turned back to speak with Bobblegov, and almost lining up perfectly with his advice to you, you kind of walk half into like a tree.
Oh, ow! I really need to look where I'm going.
Yeah, hey, you
Damn
want me
it,
to see
tree!
that?
And I kick it.
Oh no, don't kick the trees. They're not yours. Oh dear. We're almost there. We're almost there. And you can see that you guys are kind of getting closer to 60. Jesus.
I'm dead.
You're getting towards the center of the settlement. It's not especially large at this particular moment in time. It only started being developed about 2 months ago, so in total, there's only like 30 or so people here. You find yourself in effectively like a central square in the middle of the village, and north of that central square, there's by far the largest building, constructed out of mostly lumber, some stone foundations and whatnot, rather rudimentary, nothing especially fancy. And Tori says, I'm gonna have to get to work now, so I'll leave you here. Mistress Merriweather will surely be with you very, very shortly. If she's not here in the next minute or two, or 5, go knock on that door and say who you are. She has a list, so she should know. And if she doesn't, I gotta go. And he just leaves.
Oh.
Be.
Is it just me, or did it seem like he was more in a rush than usual? I'll say to myself.
Oh great, so we were in a hurry just to wait around. Better put this time to use. And you see this buff-ass, well, like, the perfect mix between buff and cut. Elf lay down and take off his longbow and start doing crunches.
I'll start joining him in the counting. 3, 4. I'm gonna get louder and louder as he gets higher and higher to show like his might.
I'll like look over for like 2 seconds and then like open my book and go back to reading. As I'm standing.
I turn my wife away, and I start to move a little bit away from them.
You can't avoid it.
Don't watch that, Daffy. You don't need to see that.
You always tell me what I'm not supposed to be looking at.
Well, granddaughter gets it from you. Tree. She walked into the tree.
Oh shit! Sorry, I think I just closed. Oh no, I did not. All right. Very shortly after the crunching begins, another group of ragtag mix of people, a couple halflings, looks to be maybe a gnome. You see, this is like a mixed bag of about 7 other people, and as they're heading into that little clearing, being led by a fairly tall tiefling man with reddish purplish skin and a single horn in the center of his forehead. He shepherds them into the clearing with you guys. And from there, the door in front of you all opens. And you can see Mistress Merriweather standing at the top of the stairs into the entrance of the door. And this is what she.
I would stop my crunches.
You see this minus the hammer and shield.
Okay.
assuming it popped up.
It did.
Okay. And she's holding a kind of stained letter in her hand that she doesn't even look out to you, but she starts reading.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
To whom it may concern, it is with greatest of pleasure that I welcome you to your first day in the up-and-coming heart of all trade across the wide land of Auroris. There is no doubt in my heart that, despite coming from all walks of life, that you will come to love it here, and that your various skills shall be put to excellent use in bolstering our fine town as it blossoms into a great city. A word of caution: dead weight will not be tolerated. If you are not working for the betterment of all, you have no place here, and for some of you, you have precious few options left for alternatives. In matters of safety, crime prevention, and other defense-oriented concerns, please take it up with our newest Chief of Defense, Cater, and his assistant, the shortly portly and good sportly Reed Barleybottom. Please come forward, address your people.
Oh, you see before Keter walks forward, he like gives an elbow and a thumbs up to Reed, and you might overhear him say, I told them I told them that was your title."
An excellent title. An excellent title, sir.
"Well, let's take our place. Pick up my bag."
I will go to grab his things and like I'll put his on me so it's not dragging on the ground. I'll drag my own bag on the ground and I'll be like behind him, like because he clearly is the center of attention here as the new captain.
"Hello, everyone. And if you didn't spend the last few days with this guy, you might not know. But since you did, you kind of do know that he's just always like this. But he like throws his one arm up like over his head and lets like his hand like hang limply. And he's obviously like constantly striking a pose like this. Because his arm is lifted, you can see that it pulls up his shirt ever so slightly, revealing like a little bit of vicious V going on.
Oh my god.
In his midriff area. He's like, "Salutations, denizens of Newholme. Pleasure meeting you."
You can see that some people from the other buildings on the street and the other houses, the other businesses, the other yada yada yadas, you can see people kind of looking out at the hubbub in the streets, and they're watching your speech.
I'm sure all of you already know me, and as I am Cater Kinrose, but it'll be quite the time getting to know all of you and committing your name to memory and such.
Thank you very much, Cater. What a beautiful speech.
Oh, thank you, my dear. And I'll
Suddenly, over top of your head, like a spark, almost like a little firework, kind of pops.
Oh.
And some people start clapping, and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah!"
I'll try to like encourage the cats, like to the greatest safety we'll ever see.
Oh, I don't know about that. Well, it's probably true indeed, yes. And I'm like taking gratuitous bows. I think I'm gonna try to take Mistress Merryweather's hand and like kiss it.
Okay. Her bluish cheeks flush like a purplish color, and she says, "Oh! Thank you. I must continue.
Of course.
Now, In matters of construction, destruction, reconstruction, and material production, see, see Crow, our new quarry coordinator, or our quarry ordinator, as I like to say.
The crow still has the slight sour look and gives a bow and a wave.
Men of few words, but rest assured, I have it under good authority that he will do a job. Um, for all things gadgetry and magical in ordnance, please speak with the esteemed Bobbletov Wobbletov, and Astroluma. They are our new resident spell weavers and cog spinners, and as far as I'm to understand, Bobbletov's lovely wife, Daffy Fina, is also a weaver, which means new clothes. Huzzah!
Hey!
I'll look up
Start
from my
clapping.
book and be like awkward, like.
At the call for new clothes, you can see people kind of excited about that.
Astral, address them.
Hi. I'll go back to my book.
Okay, so
Spellcasters, am I right, Reed?
Indeed, sir.
so it has been a pleasure welcoming you to our humble but rapidly expanding society. And it is with deepest sincerity that I hope you are happy here and you can contribute in a way that does not lead to your expulsion from our lovely, majestic project. Yours in good faith, Mistress Merriweather. And she slams the door.
Oh. They'll wake me up from my book and be like, oh, did.
And then she reopens the door, clearly flustered. And she says, I realized I didn't show any of you where you were going to be staying or what you're actually going to be doing. Come with me. We'll go to the furthest spot first. Please follow me. I'm very busy. Very, very busy.
If you
And
like, sir,
she's-
I could make sure all the accommodations are in order, and you could go do what you wish.
Yes, I honestly assumed that's what was going to happen, yes.
I'll start following behind Merriweather very quickly, carrying both bags. So.
Okay. So she starts leading you towards the edge of town. And she says, so first, I will take you to the quarry operation. This is where we excavate our stones and what precious metals we have been able to acquire thus far. On the far side of the quarry is where we do most of our lumbering. It's where most of the wood that we use for our continued expansion comes from. You, Crow, you shall be responsible for managing the diggers and, more importantly, keeping a hand on the building crew. They are a adventurous and excitable bunch, and I am sure that you are more than capable. Moving on. She leads you kind of back towards the town square-ish area, where you can see there's a building that's primarily built out of stone. There's very, very, very little wood. And she says, this is where any effort that we have put forth towards engineering, both physical, mechanical, and magical in nature, it occurs here. We call this the works. This is where I expect that you will innovate and continue to make improvements so that we may grow more efficiently, more safely, and ultimately just set us aside from the others. Any questions, and you can bring them to my office. Moving
Can I
on.
get in?
Oh,
Wait,
Can I get in now? The old look.
yes. By all means. To be honest, I'll be back here with the rest of the group afterward to show you your accommodations. So I will continue on.
Perfect.
I need to show both Reed and Cater. With I noticed that Cater is not here. Reed, explain.
I'll be taking care of all the arrangements for Cater. He's getting used to the surroundings so that he is in top. He can perform his amazing duties.
Okay. Very well.
amazing. Right.
I expect that you shall take adequate notes then. I would hate for anything to be misrelayed back to him.
Absolutely. And
Good.
you'll see me have like a book ready, and I'll have like an ink, like a pen, like a feather pen, ready to write down.
He's like at the Cater's at like close to the edge of your vision, but still like in um like vision distance, and you
Yeah.
can see him just doing chin ups on a tree.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You're exercising. She notices you after speaking with Reed about it, and she goes, "Okay, okay." And she takes a deep breath, and you can sense her kind of chaotic demeanor is relaxing slightly, and she says, "So, over here beside the my office, you will find the guard building. That's where you and Cater will manage our very limited defense force and coordinate their training, their rounds, and you will be responsible for determining how to handle the various threats that may be posed to us, and to do it a better job than our previous chief of defense.
Where would there be a jail? Would it be located inside the building, or is it another building?
There is currently no constructed jail. There is a pit. The pit was used. Well, let's just say that a very firm hand has been used with all criminal activity up to this point. If you wish to change that, that is within within Cater's purview. But a jail would need to be constructed, in which case you would need to speak with Crow.
At this point, you'd see Cater like kind of jogging his way towards you guys from where he was doing chin ups. And BB, I forgot a cloth to wipe myself. I'm all sweaty, you see. He strikes another pose.
I will snap my fingers, and I'm going to just constantly snap them. Just start cleaning the soilment on the clothes while I'm going to start going in and look for a cloth to hand to him so that he can wipe the sweat off himself.
While you're wiping the sweat off of him, you see beads of sweat forming on Merryweather. Not you.
Thank you,
You don't.
BB.
You don't.
Can we carry on with this,
You're
please?
not with them.
Oh my god.
I thought you and Bubblegov and his wife were looking at the wood.
I didn't say it stopped.
Oh, I thought. Well,
Only I
when
went
asked-
in.
Okay, when I asked, and he said we, I made the
He meant
connection.
the wife.
His wife. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I didn't even say we. I just asked if I could check out the place.
Oh, I heard we. All right. Well, in any case, then. She says, "Oh, Cater, I was just explaining that you will be capable of making whatever changes you wish to our punishment system here, whether that be constructing a jail or whipping posts or whatever it is that you feel is the best way to both deter crime and keep everyone safe.
I believe this is quite a wise decision.
Indeed, free reign is how I work best, to be honest. He's just doing some lunges.
Yes, I can see that. And in response to you, Astral, she says, quite right, we still have more to do. You were staying with Tori. Um, he's a great man. He runs our entertainment district, and she points towards like a single kind of unimpressive but still adequate bar with a sign that isn't quite fastened properly.
Oh my, that simply won't do. We will work on improving that as well.
Well, I was looking through my records. I understand that maybe that is something that you would be well suited to, is helping bolster the entertainment, because, quite frankly, everyone here works very hard, day in and day out, with very little ways to unwind.
And there's no better way to unwind than listening to heroic tales of Cater, or songs of Cater.
Oh, I mean, Bibi, you are quite busy lately. Do you think you have time to bestow that upon these people?
I mean, my first priority will always be you, but if I have some time, I will help so that the people know of you.
Okay, so back at the floor. Oh, sorry, I'll type this for now.
Here, I was just gonna say, I suppose that all work and no play would make for a dull new home.
Quite wise, sir.
Back at the forge, you are popping in the front doorway with your wife. You can get the sense that perhaps her descriptions of what took place in this building and its uses
No.
were embellished slightly.
Oh no. I was so excited and I had something planned, but now it's not gonna work. Okay.
No, well, hold on. Maybe it's not quite as bad as I'm making it seem.
It's worse.
Coming from what you're familiar with, being from, places of gnomish engineering and progress, this is very rudimentary. We're talking some flasks with places to boil things within them. We're talking a rudimentary like arcane table with some etchings on it. You're not sure if it's even like proper carved runes or anything like that, or if somebody just kind of whittled into it.
God.
There's a bookshelf that looks as if there might be a couple of semi-relevant tomes, but you also see that they're like editions that are a little bit outdated by the things that you're aware of. Like, you think that basically they're running a bit of a podunk operation here, and that there's a lot of work to do for it to be at a state that you would be happy with.
Is there anybody around, like staff-wise, to complain to?
Yeah, there's another gnome there. He's very young, but he looks old. Like, you can tell he's young, but he's got this kind of wrinkled forehead, like a furrowed brow, and he's snoring loudly.
It was kind of like the presidency. It's like, even though they're young, they're like, it just drains their soul.
Yeah, he's just like leaning back on a chair, foot kicked up on a table. He's snoring. He's got like that stereotypical like bubble coming in and out of his nose.
I pick something up that's really heavy, and I drop it on the table in front of him.
Ah!
Ooh,
He falls out of the chair with a crash.
Would that wake you? Boy, where are the materials?
Well, what kind of materials do you think we need?
Go around at this barren wasteland, and I say, everything.
Yes.
Nothing here.
Yes. Everything is what we need.
How am I to make amazing gadgets without materials?
I've been thinking on that, ruminating on it, really pondering it. It's been living rent-free in my mind.
Dreams, even.
I think we need a shipment of goods to come in from Glimmergate, because lately we haven't really been getting anything except for fundamental, basic living requirement needs. I don't know what the deal is, but they put me in charge of the ordering and the negotiating for the arrangement of shipping, and quite frankly, I don't know how to do that. So, as it were,
It's alright, my boy, that's alright.
we have not accomplished much in the last month, ever since the last head of engineering and magical dealings went missing.
Missing? How do you mean?
Well, not all of him went missing. Parts of it. It was a little bit of a mess. He said he had come through a magical breakthrough that would unlock the ability for people to just teleport anywhere they wanted at any time. And let's just say that pieces of him certainly did. He might have been onto something, but he was very quickly not onto it anymore because his head left his body behind.
Did he perchance leave his research notes here behind?
Some of them.
Look over, I like to try to find them. Do I think that they're in the books? Perhaps?
You think? Okay, you make a perception check for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you see that there's a book that looks a little more new than the rest of them, so to speak. The ones that are on the shelf have been pretty much looks like they've been sitting there since this place was originally constructed. They're already dusty. They're already kind of messy. They've just been sitting there. A leather-bound tome is kind of half-assedly strewn across the ground, but near one of the tables, and you can see shreds of paper ripped out of it. And you can also see that there's this fungus sitting on the ground beside it. And you suspect he's been maybe rolling some fungus with the papers.
Ew.
Rolling some... To what end?
Well, you did notice he looks kind of tired and dopey.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. I'm picturing like a patch of moss on the ground, and I'm like, what would that be doing with the paper?
Well, actually, fundamentally that might actually be more similar than you'd think, because the only thing in here that is really smokable is just stone mosses, and
Jeez.
it's probably not so good for him, and maybe why he looks so old and haggard.
We'll find a way.
You've been using the notes for this?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. By the way, at this point, the door opens and Astral walks in. And he says, well, another one. Nobody says anything to me. There's two people here now, and I wasn't even expecting you. Okay.
Hi?
Hi. One moment. I'll be right with you. Let me just answer this
Oh,
to the best of my ability.
that's okay. I want to look around. If that's
You
okay.
do that. You do that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I have been using his notes to help with the blood flow of my brain for thinking of how to resolve the problem.
Oh, you want blood flow, do you? I put my hand on him, and I dialed on my glove to like the lowest setting, and I cast Shocking Grasp just to jolt him.
Okay.
Listen to me, boy. We do not use research papers. This. Ever again.
Yeah, okay. What do you need? Yeah.
I am Oblogov Waldkov. I
I
will be leading this place from here on out.
okay. My name's Tink. I will not be leading.
Right.
I'll stare at what's going on and look very like confused.
You see a small tendril of smoke kind of drifting off of Tink's body.
I catch her eyeing it and I say, he'll be fine.
Okay.
My inventions work.
And so what are you looking for exactly, Astral, as you're looking around? Because I would describe mostly to you what I already described to
You
Bubblegov.
said there's like flasks and stuff like that, right? You said?
Yeah, like high school chemistry set kind of stuff. Like nothing
Oh.
exceptional.
Okay. Is there any like books that I haven't read or like seen before?
You've probably not read a lot of the books there, but I think that you would also recognize that they're not up to date.
Oh. Looks like your library needs to be updated. And I'm like moving my hand across them, and touching the leathers and stuff like that. Some of these I've already read. Most of them, actually. When was the last time you guys got new books?
Oh shit, you're talking to Tink.
I am.
Sorry. Well, we haven't gotten new books since we have not gotten new books.
I'll just stare and blink at him.
Listen.
How?
The books that we had, old head, like I stated, he put me in charge of the ordering and whatnot, and I failed to do that.
Are you capable?
Get out my ass.
Position? Aren't you afraid?
Terrified.
Mistress Merryweather, she was very clear that if any are to not pull their weights, and then I put my thumb up to my neck and I go,
Yes. It is very fortunate for me that she has, at best, no understanding of modern magic. When it comes to anything outside of the natural, she is none the wiser and believes that I am hard at work trying to crack the mysteries of why our beloved researcher was thrust into many pieces. To which end, I have made zero progress.
I can see that.
0?
Yes, it is the number less than 1.
Okay, wait, stop.
You've actually made negative progress because you've destroyed some of his research.
I quite possibly, but I did believe that the results of his research were nothing but mad ramblings. And I will say that the parts that I smoked were the parts that I believed to be the most inconsequential.
All mad ramblings have use. The one who can decode them.
Well, fair enough. You're the boss, and well, I guess you're both. You're both.
I
the
hope you have a
boss,
good
boss?
memory, Tink. Maybe you could. No, I'm the boss. The tinkering,
I.
tinkering aspect might be
Bubblegum.
Is your wife the boss too, or? Oh
Listen,
no, honey,
Tink.
I'm not the boss. I'm just here because the lovely Mistress Merryweather has not shown me yet where to do my weaving. Hello.
Why does she sound like
Because that's the voice I decided on for
Okay.
using.
Alright.
Tink, you had better get to work. on reproducing what you so boldly claimed to be. How did you word it? Mad rambles?
Sorry, you want me to reproduce the experiment that ripped him into pieces, or you wish for me to try to reproduce his notes?
His notes. I'm not trying to kill you, Tink. Yet.
He's still smoking.
I shocking grasp him again on
No,
the setting.
that's why he's smoking.
Oh, I thought you meant he started
No.
like lit up.
No,
I was like,
he rips another page out of the book.
that's what I thought you.
No,
No!
I'm joking.
Oh,
No, it's a
okay. I was
joke.
gonna say I was gonna
No.
twitch and like grab the book away from him. And...
No, he says, okay. Well, does that mean that you'll be in charge of doing the, trying to arrange, shipments?
Yes.
Oh, good. So what is my job now, then?
The moment
Absolutely nothing.
you're going to try to reproduce what you destroyed. So that I may look at it.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It might take me a bit. It was, for all I could tell, mad ramblings, but complicated mad ramblings, to say the least.
Well, let's hope your memory is good.
And he grabs the book and he looks with a pained expression at all the spots that he's ripped out. And he's like, "Oh, I seem to have taken out a little bit more of my."
What was that, Tink?
No, nothing. I was saying this should be a piece of cake.
Perfect. That's what I like to
Yeah.
hear.
He looks back at it again. He starts grumbling about how it's definitely going to be the hardest thing he's ever done.
Stay hard at work, Tink. Stay hard at work. Idle hands, you know.
He looks at his hands. he grabs a quill and he starts getting to it.
I'm gonna like stand near him, watching what he's writing.
Currently,
Can I?
yeah. You absolutely can. Currently, he is trying to write a complicated formula for transmitting matter quickly and instantly through the astral plane. You can tell that this formula right now is nothing more than him writing what the point of it is. He's making exceptionally little progress at the moment, but
Okay. I'm gonna stare and like tilt my head to the side a little, trying to understand where he's going with.
you start seeing symbols that you don't recognize, and you don't think it's because he's a genius. You think it's because he's just writing things incorrectly.
He's like doodling.
Okay.
To try to make it look good.
Like yeah. It's entered the territory of like wingdings and hieroglyphs at this point.
Egyptian hieroglyphs.
You're pretty sure you see.
Can I slowly like try and take the paper away from him? And like
yeah.
Tink.
Yes.
Allow me.
Allow you to what?
Do what you're. I'll point at it. You know.
You never saw his research. How could you replicate it?
Well, just explain it to me and I'll try.
Okay, well, in that case, he is going to do his best to explain it. And can you make a intelligence check for me?
How do I do intelligence check?
Just like click the save thing.
Oh, you mean saving throw? Okay, my bad.
You have a really hard time parsing the parts that are actual like magic science from the parts that are him in like a drug-addled fugue state where he's just saying stuff that makes no damn sense.
Okay.
You get the overall impression that the magic at hand was way above your level of understanding. And sadly, also way above the understanding of the person trying to explain it to you.
Right.
you know, like when you were in elementary school and you saw like high school textbooks and you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's like that.
Okay. I'll look at Bubblegov and I'll be like, I thought I could understand, but he's not making any sense to me. Is he making any sense to you? I'll scratch my head.
I will have to read his notes later, my dear. There's much to do. I'm like inspecting the table as all this is going on in the crude ass rooms. I'm not pleased.
Yeah.
I hold it together for Astral, you know?
I'll like go back to the books, like turn around swiftly and go back to the books and like pick one randomly and like open it up and start reading it, I guess. You know, I probably read it already, but that's okay.
Alright, fair enough. With that, Mistress Merriweather pops her head back into the forge and says, oh fuck.
It was called The Works,
Yeah,
right?
Works. She says, is everything okay in here? I am ready to show Daphifina to the weavery.
Yes. Everything is okay.
She says, oh, I see you've met Tink, one of our brilliant young minds.
Yes. He's doing some great work for me right now. He's transcribing some ancient some ancient transcripts from the previous what did you say this role title was that I'm in?
Head researcher.
From the previous head researcher, that's it. Yes.
Yep. And he looks and he gives like a somewhat unconvincing like thumbs up.
He's definitely pulling his weight today.
Good to hear it.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Daphifina, if you wouldn't mind joining me. And then momentarily, maybe you could both come and meet me back in the square and I'll show you your living arrangements. Yes?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, great. And she leads Daffy out the door.
Just sleep here.
I take her hand and I give it a smoochie before she goes.
She says, "Oh, stop it, Bobble."
Hell.
Stay safe, my love. I'll be with you soon.
Oh my god. Stupid.
Like low key, the reason he did that was because Cater did it earlier, and he didn't want her getting any ideas. You know what I'm saying? he's gotta stuff up in the presence of this guy, obviously.
That's so funny. All right. So yeah, he goes and you guys don't. So back out to the clearing here with Reed and Cater, and Crow for that matter. Crow, what are you doing during all of this after you've been shown around?
Have I been showed where I'm working?
Yeah. The first thing you were shown was the quarry and the team that you weren't actually introduced to the team, but
Was I told to get to work right now, or was I
no,
just shown it?
no. You were told to basically make yourself comfortable and then like familiarize yourself and then come back to the central square to be shown your living arrangements.
I'm gonna memorize. What is it? Probably the best places where I could have little stashes.
Okay.
Or make stashes in these crudely made buildings.
Okay.
For future, not for now.
Yep. Nope. That checks out. Okay.
And I'm also going to be working on my mining song.
Sorry?
My mining song.
What about it though?
It's a song to raise morale in the mines.
Oh, I thought you said saw. Mining.
I heard saw too.
Sorry, my mic's not great right now.
No, it's fine. I was just like, when the hell did you get a mining saw? In fact, what is a mining saw? Okay.
Just
Work
prepping
at-
for
work
meeting
at
the team,
apples, I see.
basically.
With Merryweather having shown Dafifina where she was going to be working, they both come to where Reed, Crow, and Cater are. And she says, the other two shall be joining us very shortly, and I will show you your new living arrangements. Obviously, subject to change with the development of the buildings. If you wish for a more refined and larger property, you must take that up with, as I had stated, our new construction, destruction, reconstruction, and material production man, the quarry coordinator himself.
What the fuck? Destruction, redestruction.
Construction,
Crow
destruction,
gives a smug
reconstruction,
smile.
material production.
Okay.
Anyway, safe to assume that you two leave the works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I've inspected everything, I'm good to go.
Okay, since you're doing a little investigado, since you're saying you're inspecting everything, want to hit me with an investigation? And actually, I suppose you said you were looking at all the books and everything too. You both can.
15.
Astral,
Yes.
you as well.
Just give me. Yeah, I know. Sorry. 1 second. Goddamn.
20.
Oof. Okay. When you were inspecting the bookshelf specifically, you found like a false back on part of one of the shelves.
Interesting. Of like one of the books?
No, like the shelf itself. It's like a false backing, like a compartment almost.
Oh. Okay. Okay. But we have to follow Merryweather right now, don't we?
Well, no, this is occurring while she was showing.
Oh, okay. I will check it out.
Okay, yeah. You're gonna like push on it, pop it open.
Yeah.
Okay. Inside, you see a perfectly cube-shaped, whitish, clearish stone, for lack of a better word.
Fascinating.
More notably, it's just kind of like hovering.
Oh. I'll try and like cup it. So I guess can they see what I'm doing or holding?
Well, you certainly didn't do this quietly, popping open the backing.
Yeah. Okay.
So you definitely, because you were investigating and exploring around Bubblegum, I think you probably noticed when she found this and started prying at it.
I'd wait for her to pull it out. I trust her.
Okay.
So
So you said you're like putting your hands in and trying to cup it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you bring your hands close to it, you can't physically touch it. It's like there's something stopping you from grabbing it. But that physical force stopping you from grabbing it, it still allows you to move the cube. So you pull it forward and it's kind of hovering out over your hands.
This is very fascinating. What is it? I guess I know what I'm doing tonight.
What? What?
Huh?
Tink looks over. He's like, what?
Don't worry
What is
about it,
that?
Tink.
is that Tink?
I truly don't know.
Hmm.
I didn't know there was a secret compartment there,
I feared you might say that.
but I know some of the things that that the last guy was working on, but I don't think he made any breakthroughs.
What was his name, by the way?
Archimedes.
Have I heard that name before?
Yes.
Archimedes?
Should I? Do you want me to roll it or like a
Yeah,
history?
go ahead,
Okay.
actually. Give me a history to see how much you recognize it. You have heard it, but how much do you
Get
recognize
to
it?
add a
He's a famous
D4 to that. 26.
famous gnomish researcher.
Do I know
He
that name
had
too, or is it just
many
him?
great breakthroughs, and it's even more astounding that he was working in such a ramshackle environment as this. But he was always known for being a minimalist, and that most of his work and success was attributed to not fancy technology and accessibility to tools, but due to the ingenuity of his own mind and his ability to manipulate magic.
Okay. Changes everything. See, the Archimedes? He was here?
Oh yeah. That was the boss, Archimedes.
And
He asked to be called Archie. Not many people knew that.
and he was working on this plane travel with, and I look around again, with nothing?
Mm-hmm. It was really masterful watching him work. Part of me wonders if maybe that's why I'm so unambitious. Beside him, I just felt so insignificant.
I like sit down and slump, and I'm like, whew, just taking in the implications.
I'm assuming this was a really good man.
Best, my dear, the best. What generation
Best?
hasn't heard of Archimedes?
I'll look around.
Damn Zoomers.
What did they teach you at the academy?
Well, I don't know. That's why I asked Tyler my history if I knew.
You gotta
as
roll
well.
history.
You didn't roll a history.
I didn't
Sorry.
know I could interrupt that.
Okay, well, I will say that you are. Well, now we have to basically pretend you didn't just ask if he was a big deal.
Okay.
You are also aware that he was one of the most influential researchers, designers, inventors in just basically innovators in the magic field of his time.
Oh damn. Okay.
And both of you actually suspected that he had already been dead for quite some time, but he had just been off the grid apparently.
Wait. So I am touching the books and the vials of Archimedes.
Actually,
Oh, I jump up and down.
those vials are actually mine, but
Cube, dear. Cube is likely his. Yo,
Yay.
that is not mine. He gestures to the cube.
of course not, Tink.
I will stare at widely and smile huge. Excellent. I'm so excited, but I'll look around the room. This is not what I was expecting to see.
You guys
Oh,
hear
expected-
Let me
Sorry.
know what you want, and when I fill out the next order, I will try to get as much of it as possible.
you hear a loud bell chime, and then a raised and amplified Merryweather voice go, "Everybody to the courtyard!"
Is that the dinner bell, Tink?
No, I think she's just trying to show you where you live. She did
Uh-oh.
this. She did this during our orientation when we first got here too.
Well, hopefully it's more suitable than this space.
Oh yes. If you'll probably be taking Archimedes on the boat.
He's like super giddy. Off we go then, Astral, off we go.
Yes.
We're like sprinting.
The golden ticket.
Skipping down the hallway.
While that was going on, Merryweather came and spoke with you as well, Cater and Reed. She said, I didn't expect anything to be done today. But within that guardhouse, you'll find our three esteemed and charming protectors that you will be in charge of. So, in fact, I don't know why all three of them are why not one of them is here right now. I shall return shortly. And she goes and like sprints to the guardhouse, like in a full like head down sprint, like just kind of odd. And she pounds on the door, and you see this massive Goliath man. Like he has to duck to get out of the door. He pops out, and you can kind of hear like, "Oh, sorry, boss, I didn't know it was, that was today. I'm just okay, yeah. And he walks over and he says, "So you're the new boss, huh?"
Aye, that's me.
You can call me Tiny. I'm at your service, sir.
Okay, Tiny. And, I'm to understand there's two more of you, yes?
Yeah, Stella and Nemo.
Well,
They're sleeping. They're on the night shift tonight.
well, I like the initiative you've shown, Tiny, so, you'll be in charge of the other two, okay?
They're not gonna like that, but thank you very much, sir. I will not let you down.
And I lean over to Reed, and I'm like, this is how leadership is done. Take notes, Reed.
Absolutely, as I'm writing down. You must be able to trust the people under you.
It's all about delegation, really.
Ah, I did not. I was too blind to see that.
Okay. So now that everybody's gathered back, she shows. Yeah, that's how it's spelled. Tink, like that.
No,
Tinkerbell.
he made a meme.
I'm memeing on Crow.
I got it. I'm just not getting any of the jokes lately.
I'm funny.
I'm dumb. Anyway, now that everybody's kind of regathered, she says, "Well, this is the easiest part of the tour. That left side or that west wing of the town is where all of the residences are. The three of you, gesturing to Daphifina, fucking Bobblegov, and
Excuse me?
Daphifina, Bobblegov, and Astral. I'm sorry, that it's the hardest I've ever had to work to just say three players' names.
You're welcome.
I think it might be. I think it might be the hardest to put the names together like that.
Is it Astral Waffletov?
No,
Oh,
it's
she's
Astral.
Astral Luna.
Luna.
No, we're not. Sorry, we're not related. I apologize, Alex.
Oh. Huh.
I thought Tyler told you.
Why would I
You
tell
told me earlier that you agreed
Last-
to yesterday.
That's
Last
what
I
you said
heard.
yesterday.
Oh.
Yesterday you were like, yeah, that's fine. And I was
Well,
like, okay.
okay, then yeah, that's fine. Let's leave it. We just don't have the same last name because I don't
Yeah,
want to be
that's fine.
known that I'm related to you.
Wow.
Okay, so you're like the angsty granddaughter.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
thing I'm your grandfather and everyone's gonna know about it. Thanks.
Shit.
She says,
like
yeah,
grandpa
so you
things.
three,
Have you seen my graph?
Yeah,
So,
it's gonna be
you'll be
like that.
living in that one over there. And she points towards like a fairly like reasonably like substantial 2-story building. And she says, that's where our last head of research lived. Rest his soul. And she points, she looks at Reed and Cater and says, the one beside the guardhouse, the one that's the same size as the guardhouse. She seems kind of proud of herself. She's like, that one is where you'll live. And she looks to you, Crow. And she says, originally I had thought of maybe just having you bunk with your crew, but I've decided that you can have your own abode. And she points towards like this really worn down building that has just damage all over it. She says, "That's where the crew lives." And she points to like a smaller but tidy house beside it, and she says, "You may live there. Okay?"
I have a question/request.
I will see if I can accommodate it. What?
Would it be possible to live with the crew and start repairs on the building?
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of
Thank
the
you.
ship, part of the crew, part of the
She
ship,
says,
part
"Yeah,
of the
of
crew."
course you can live with the crew. Just frees up a house for other things, I suppose."
It will help with morale if their captain is living with them.
All right. She says, "With that, I will bid you all adieu."
Wait, where are we staying? I'll look at Bubblegum and I'll look at her and I'll look at my book.
She looks back at.
So, we're staying at Archimedes' old residence.
She says,
Yes!
I kind of like look away as if I don't know her a little bit.
I jump up and down.
You can see a visible look of confusion on.
He's only but the wisest, amazingest,
Meriwether says, "Oh,
wizard ever." My eyes are like going huge, like.
my dear, I'm so confused because you were the first one I told you where you were living."
Sorry, I go into my book a lot and kind of ignore everyone else because I don't pay attention. Sorry.
Sometimes she walks into trees.
Yes, you didn't need to mention that, grandfather.
Grandfather.
I know.
All right. With that, you hear a crash, and one of the windows on the bar comes blasting open, and you hear Tori. "Oh my! This is ridiculous! Unbelievable! Every week, what is? Help!"
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, calm down, dear. Calm down. What is it you need
Tori
help
is
with?
the one who housed us.
Yeah, Tori was the one that housed you, that runs the bar there. So you
Oh
see,
right, yeah, I had that saved.
you see the off-kilter sign for Ginger Snaps Taps.
Ginger
And-
Snips?
No, his name's Ginger Snip, but he's called his bar
Oh.
Ginger Snaps Taps.
Okay.
Or Ginger Snap Taps. Anyway, yeah. So the window broke. Something came flying out of the bar, like a one of the mugs, and yeah, Tori's crying out for help.
I will approach. I'll look to Cater. Do you believe this in your purview, sir?
Do you ever do anything for yourself? And I'll like walk over as well to help.
I say, Astral, don't be rude to our friends. That's it, that's all. I'll run over to.
It's
Alright.
fine.
Alright.
I'm sure she'll come around to see the greatness of Cater eventually.
As the
Fuck's
as
sakes,
you
not
guys-
this
as you
again,
guys-
please.
As you guys get to the door,
Oh,
you can see that there are 12 little kobolds bouncing around in this place, knocking over tables, breaking glasses, horsing around. You hear a bunch of like, "Hip, hip, 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 hip," like they're just having a blast.
oh, hey.
Stop them!
You see, the leader of defense in this area will be here soon, so you lot best get out and stop making trouble. Do
Like they're just having a
speak
blast.
common?
Yeah. who are you asking? Sorry.
Anyone who will answer me.
Okay, one of them goes, yep, we do.
Oh, rude.
They start, like, you see that they're pushing each other. It's almost like they're having, like, a little circle pit in here. They're going ham.
So music, the animals,
I know.
the music. Read? Complete in a song.
I will pull out my horn and start blowing into it. And I'll play a kind of triumphant. I'll start with a triumphant tune.
They immediately stop enthralled by the music. They're staring. They stop in place and they're staring at you. You can see that their eyes are massively dilated.
Yeah, so that's my cue. I'm assuming.
Yes.
I never, like, I know it's my turn, like, time to take, like, a position, so it, like, snaps my attention there, but I never act too rushed, or anything like that. It's always, like, regal, at my own pace, self-indulgent.
That's a beautiful song, mister.
Wait till you see what's next. And I make way.
Like screaming in excitement, but they're like vibrating in place. Basically, they're not trashing the joint anymore, but they are so excited. They're just enjoying the show.
I'll pivot to the side like 90 degrees, so you know how like you gesture in for like what's to come behind you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try and aim it towards Cater.
So the door's already like open.
Yeah. Well, it's like a barnyard style, like a saloon style door, so you can totally like kick it open and grandstand if you want.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I'll kick it open and then like hold it open with like one arm, but like still stay in the doorway so that I'm like framed by it.
They start scrambling over each other in excitement. They're not like freaking out like they were before, but they're like trying to get a better look at you. They're like climbing on top of each other. They're trying to get the best look. Oh, who is it? What is that? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is unbelievable. Oh, what's happening? This is insane. I've never before in my life. I can't even.
Someone asked for help, and then I heard the Master of Defense being mentioned, and that is me, so I suppose there's business to be done.
Tori's in like the back on a table in the corner, like he was hiding from a mouse or something. He says, I don't know what's going on. Usually they're rowdy, but this is so unusual. They were destroying everything.
Oh, so this is some sort of issue, and you need it to stop.
I don't. Well, it seems like they've stopped. They just get so excited.
Okay, let me deal with this. Don't you worry, little Tori.
Thank you, Cater.
Small dragonlings. I have your attention, I trust.
Yes, undivided.
You're making Tori upset, okay? BB, stop the music. The intro's done, okay?
Yes, sir.
So you hear one audible. Oh.
So I trust that you'll all cease your destroying of Tori's. What is this supposed to be? An eatery of sorts? A slop kitchen?
Establishment, sir.
Drinking establishment. Are you sure? Is that what this is?
Yep, that's right. That's right. It's my bar. Ginger Snap Taps.
Okay, well, stop destroying Ginger Tap Snaps, whatever, okay? Okay, little dragonlings? I'm tired. Okay. First task complete. He turns and walks out the door, and he's like, that was actually way easier than I thought.
And you've resolved it quite peacefully, sir.
Diplomacy is a value. You see, you don't always want to rush to violence. Write that down.
Absolutely.
I approach them and I hand them this tiny little box, and I say, tap it.
To the kobold.
Nearest kobold, yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. The closest one, he kind of he puts his finger out, his little clawed finger out, and he says, "Where do I tap it?"
Right on top.
As you're saying, like right on, he jabs his finger at it.
Yeah, it starts playing the song Reed was just playing.
They start going ham again. Not the original level of ham where they were like tearing the place up, but they all start like swaying to the music. They're having a good time again. And while you're this close to them and kind of like vibing with them, I would like you to hit me with perception, actually.
Sure. It only lasts 6 seconds, just so you know.
All right, well,
They
6
can keep-
seconds, and
He can keep mashing it if he wants to keep hitting
they
it.
are hitting it like the Meeseeks box.
Yeah, it's good. You wanted perception?
Yeah.
Okay. Not so great.
Okay. You just noticed that, like, mostly where they were, like, being rowdy, you see that there's a lot of broken glass.
Yeah, okay. I say, to the same one that I handed the box to, I say, you did make quite a mess over there. It's your responsibility to clean that up.
How loud is this music box? Is it like a tiny little chime?
Pretty
or is
loud.
It like it imitates? Yeah.
I think it's like within 10 feet. Let me check.
That's imitating intro number 3.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds up to 10 feet away, it says.
Baby, you don't.
So, yeah, it'd be about the same volume.
Baby, you don't. I said no to stop
You
the
can probably
intro
hear
music.
part of it.
I'm surprised as well, sir. I don't know.
I don't want excuses.
One of the kobolds in particular looks like he's kind of injured, and he walks over to you, Bobblegov, and he says, "Can't touch the glass. Can't touch it."
Injured how? Like his hands or like?
Just like during the commotion and the trampling, he just seems like he's a little beaten up. But he says, "Can't touch the glass."
Offer to. I say, you need to go see the medic. Is there a medic? Anyway, I can't do much about the bruises.
Yeah.
But
well, there's a rag relatively close by. Actually, even if you don't even have to go to Tori, just like the tables, like Tori. Actually, sorry, Tori's there. He's already started cleaning up. He hands you a rag.
sick. I'm just gonna like bandage this guy up,
And
then I'll look around for a broom.
sure, yeah.
Actually,
Um,
okay. If I find one, I'll hand it to him.
yeah, you do find one, and okay, you hand it to him. Fair enough. Tori says, "Bobblegov, Astral, what do you make of this?" And he holds up like a dustpan that has some of the fragments of glass, and you can see that it's not glass like from a mug; it's like glass from small vials, and you can see a shimmering kind of bluish liquid on them.
Oh.
Oh shit! it's
I'll
investigation time.
I'll tap my finger on it and
Oh,
scan it.
just
Crow,
like
did you go in?
Crow is standing by the doorway, just
Yeah,
in
but you're
case it
looking in.
gets rowdy again to throw some kobolds.
Okay.
Yeah.
While
Yeah, I have the piece of goop on my finger, and I'm just like looking at it with my eyes
wait, you have the
on my
goop
finger.
on your finger, the blue stuff on your finger.
On tip of my finger,
Okay.
yeah.
It
Old.
starts.
Astro, no.
It starts to it absorbs into your skin basically, and when I described how the kobold's eyes went super dilated, your eyes immediately they'll go like this, like full dilated, big black discs, and you feel like you have so much energy, unbelievable amounts of energy. You can't get out of your body fast enough.
Astro, never touched unidentified
Yeah, I
solution.
just wanted to like figure it out. It looked really fascinating. Look at it, it's fascinating. Oh my god, oh my god, what am I gonna do?
Can you make an intelligence save?
Sure.
What did they teach you in these colleges?
You manage to contain your desire to start breaking things, to get your energy out. Instead, you just continue talking fast and moving around a lot.
I don't know what I was thinking, Grandfather. I'm sorry. I was really curious, and I put my finger into it, and you know what? I am really, really feeling this. And I'm like moving my hands up and down, trying to like cool myself off. Like, why am I talking so fast? What's going on? What is this stuff? Grandfather, help me! What's going on with me?
Okay. Stay put. Tori, could we get the water over here?
I'm like pacing back and forth.
Yeah.
Need to flush her system.
Yes. Yep. Can do. And he.
I need distraction. Book, maybe? Maybe I read. Read book. Yes. Look. I'm like zooming through my pages, like whipping through the pages.
You're just flipping like a speed reader.
So, you've seen this kind of a reaction before in your old job, old life.
Oh, illicit substances.
Yeah.
It's speed.
Okay, Crow's gonna look in and he's gonna say to Bubblegov, would I know what this substance would be, or just that I've seen this reaction before?
Yeah, you just know that you've seen this reaction before from a substance that they called angel's tears on the streets.
Angel's tears.
They've already got the smuggling business down here? Ah, shit.
Smuggling business? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What?
Oh,
Tell me. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Get your hands on some illicit drugs.
I don't do drugs. Drugs don't go in my system. Oh my god. Wait, I'm gonna be a drug addict? Oh no, what's happening with me? Oh
Drink the
no.
water, dear. Drink the water.
Yes, please, thank you. I'm shaking the glass and I'm like...
Did I hear illicit
Nice
drugs?
Hey, are you standing around the corner meeting?
Yeah, he was nearby.
Oh my god. Dude, I love this fucking character.
You, stay out of this. It's not going to be involving you.
You feel better,
Oh.
but you are very tired.
I think I need to go for a nap.
Cater will involve himself in whatever matters are important.
You shut up, but not pass out.
I'll catch her as she falls.
Yeah, okay.
And I catch the glass with my foot.
Yeah, okay, perfect. You've got a snoozing astral just kind of like draped on your arm now.
Bubblegov,
Yes.
I'd suggest taking a sample of that. Might be able to see who's made it.
I'd love to, but my hands are a little full.
I can
You can see.
take your granddaughter. It's the two-story house, right?
Yes.
I'll take them there and put them on a piece of furniture somewhere.
Unrelated, but maybe related. All 12 of the kobolds are also sleeping in a heap.
Oh shit! I forgot.
And there's just a collective snoring coming, a cute kind of snoring coming from a pile of kobolds.
I'll come back and find out where they live. You focus on cleaning this up. Make sure no one else touches it. Yes.
While they're like passing off Astral, I'm gonna lean over to Cater. So, this might be a good opportunity to show heroics to the town by bring the damsel in distress back to her home after such a tragic and overwhelming encounter.
Reed, I don't think you're one to lecture me on heroics. The attempt was cute, though. However, I do think this is a good opportunity for me to look like a gentleman, and like a gentleman of some fortitude to the rest of the town, in offering to take this small gnome child back to her abode. Here, allow me, gentlemen.
I wish I had thought of such an idea, sir.
Well, just make sure you write it down. That's all. Let me do the thinking.
So Crow's gonna look back and says to Bobogov, "Would you trust your granddaughter with this man?"
With the defender of the town.
I mean, I just asked before I hand her off. I don't pay much mind.
Up we go!
Oh.
I
Maybe you go with them, Crow.
I'll keep an eye.
I can assure
Thank
you,
you.
Bologov, that she is in the best hands possible.
Yes, I'm quite sure that the three of you will get her home safe to my wife.
I'm carrying her, like, over my shoulder in one arm and looking at my cuticles on the other hand while I'm walking towards...
Perfect.
Well, let's not dilly dally. Crow.
Fingers
Don't
curled
dilly-dally.
towards you, or prissy kind of like hand outstretched looking at it.
Prissy hand outstretched.
Nice.
Excellent choice, sir. Okay, so as they leave, I'm going to try to grab a sample of this blue stuff. Take back
Yeah,
to
you're
my
absolutely
meager ass lab.
You can tell that it seems like there was quite a bit of it here, and very clearly the destruction was caused by the kobolds interacting with this.
Okay, I'm gonna make a mental note to suggest to Cater that he detain them for questioning. Figure out where they got this stuff from.
I don't think there's a prison big enough to house fucking 12 kobolds.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it, so I'm gonna suggest it to him and see what he thinks, because he's the
They're gonna be
defense.
off the walls, man.
Yeah, you managed to secure like enough of a sample to run any kind of like testing you want to do on it.
Yeah, I've got the tools for it. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
If it needs a tool, I've probably got it. Herbalism? You want herbalism? We got it.
I'd kind of depend. What do you? Well, okay. What do you want to do with it?
I just want to grab it and put it in a veil to check after. I'm not gonna
Okay.
like get into it here. I'll take it to my workshop.
Fair enough.
Then I'll help.
You have a vial of it for sure.
Okay, and then I'll help him clean up the glass.
Well, when you get back, you can see that the kobolds are awake and helping clean, but you're still more than welcome to continue helping.
Oh, like I wasn't gonna leave right away. Sorry, I was just
Oh,
gonna.
I misunderstood then.
Yeah, I was just gonna collect the sample, pocket it, and then help clean up.
Okay, then. While you've been cleaning for a few minutes, the kobolds start to stir.
Oh, perfect. Then I'll just ask them. I say, excuse me, where did you get this blue liquid from? Another glass of water, Tori. Maybe 12.
Yeah, they happily take the water as they kind of wake up and come to.
Got the mad pasties, like.
Lizard tongues just like slapping.
Yeah, exactly.
We found it. Well, I mean, yeah, we found it.
Where would you find such a thing?
With the last order of food.
Ah.
Yeah, with the food. There's a container. Container had the vials. Thought the vials were food. Ate the vials.
Of course, of course. Did this container have any markings on it?
There was a little red smudge.
Blood?
No, like a donut. Round red smudge.
A donut.
Hmm.
Does that mean anything to you?
Show you the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, show him the box. Okay, we should show him the box. Show him the box.
Let's go see the box.
And they're all like, show the box!
Show the box! I walk over to the one, I press the button so that the track number 3 starts playing.
Alright, they start marching in single file line.
Yes, I join them.
Alright, so anybody that's outside, so namely mostly Cater, who just would have dropped off Astral, who by the way is waking up in the house. Short-lived sleep. You see a single file line of kobolds and Bubblegum.
I would like to leave a note beside Astral that says, "You have been saved by the great Cater Quinro."
Oh my
Okay, how
god.
do you leave that note in a place that she'll definitely see it?
Dude.
Is there like a bed stand of some kind by the bed, or is it just like a bed by itself?
Sure.
Daffy's there. You could have her pass it on.
True.
No, that's a fair point. I would ask Daffy to pass the note on to Astral.
It's Daffy feeding it to you. Don't be getting too chummy there, Reed.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes, I would be oh so happy to deliver the message for you. Thanks for taking care of the little dear.
It is a simple matter for Cater.
Well, that's good. Very nice.
Oh my god.
That's the
Kill me,
greatest
please.
voice.
Just kill me.
That's my wife, guys. Let's go. Wholesome.
You know you love it when I use that voice bobbles.
Oh.
Anyway,
I'm not there, so that didn't happen. She never said
you
that.
just got a shiver. Bubblegum just got a random shiver down his spine.
Yeah, or somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
I got a question for Cater, or like you two. Is this supposed to be like a Gaston and LeFou thing?
Hell yeah.
It's really coming off like it, and I love it.
Well, that's a good
Absolutely.
sign.
Yep, that's a good sign.
Okay, wait, I love it out of game. I hate it in game.
Out of
I
game,
can't stand it.
Out of game, it's my favorite thing. In
It's
game,
like Coven all over again. Oh
Coven was great.
no!
and I love
But-
this even more.
You should.
But-
People that are full of themselves.
Who's greater, Coven or Cater?
Oh, that's
Oh
hard to
please,
say.
no.
Well, Michael will say Coven, but Reed has, like, there's any question at all. Cater.
Oh my god, kill me.
So, the 12 kobolds lead you to a pile of empty crates. And the one that seems to be the designated, self-appointed leader right now, the one at the front of the line, essentially. Which they did scramble for front of the line, by the way. But
Get that.
the one at the front of the line says, "This is where we found it. This is the crate, right here. The one with the red donut smudge."
I'm getting in there. I'm checking it all out, my dude.
Alright, it's a small crate, and the red donut that they keep referring to looks like a little stamped red halo. And it is fairly well hidden on the interior of the crate.
Do I recognize it?
You do not.
It means it's from the elves. Those fuckers. Okay.
Crow's
Okay.
wanting to get to Bobblecuff.
You saw the procession of
Perfect.
kobolds and stuff.
That's
you couldn't
where I
really come
go.
over there.
We were not quiet. We were playing the tunes.
I want to know where they're smuggling from so that I can take their places.
Okay, so you see them all huddled around this crate, and you see Bobblegum inspecting this symbol. What would you like to do?
I guess I will inspect the symbol. I'm gonna look for any
You
thieves'
just tell
cant
you
on
what it
as
is.
well.
Okay, well, for what it's worth, you do recognize that symbol. You know a lot of the people, a lot of the smugglers and the big names that work out of Lordano. This particular brand is that of one who calls herself Crimson Angel, and thus why her product's called Angel's Tears.
I thought. But
What do you make of this, boy? This red halo business.
sorry, could I get the name just one more time, Ty? I was
Yeah,
writing it down, but I just blanked.
she calls herself the Crimson Angel.
Oh no.
A smuggler I know would have passed this out. I don't know where they are smuggling it exactly from. Well, I couldn't even check if I wanted to.
They're just trying to make a quick buck.
How big are the crates and how many are there?
There are quite a few crates. They're all at least 3x3x3. However, it seems like this is the only one of these that are branded with that symbol. And there wasn't that much of it, but you also know that even a shipment that was enough to provide 12 doses.
That's a decent amount.
Well, you also saw how cracked out they were. They had a lot.
A fingertip gun. The
Yeah.
girl high.
So it was still fairly substantial. If that was moved and sold properly, you know that she turned a very tidy profit.
This would bring quite a big profit. This is no small operation. Well, for them, maybe. In the grand scheme, not much. But for one shipment, quite a lot. I think they'll be upset if this wasn't paid for.
Yeah. If the person who's supposed to pick this up finds out that these young men took the sample, then I think they'll seek retribution?
If they took this entire shipment, used it, and did not give any pay, and I'm going to look right at one of the kobolds, I'm going to say, then they're dead meat.
The one that you said it to says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, boss. I'm so sorry. I hope it doesn't get in the way of our work."
Nice.
Where? Oh, fuck. I don't think you should stick around here, and I don't think you should tell anyone that you've come in contact with this liquid.
Oh, well, we don't really have a choice. We don't have anywhere to go. Who would do the construction around the town?
Oh, God. Oh,
Well, at least they'll
my
have you to look
God.
out for them. Right, Crow?
Bro's like semi-freaking out. You can see it in his face like,
Sweat dripping everywhere.
yeah, no.
Almost in unison, they pretty much go, "Nice, pleased to make your acquaintance, Crow. We are the Dirty Dozen. I'm Jim, John, Jan, June, Jake, Jack, Joe, Jeff, Jill, Jess. I'm Dan."
Dan's my favorite. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Right.
So, Pro's going to say, well, what time would it be right now? About?
Noon.
Okay. How about you boys get back to the abode, and I'll think up a game plan for tomorrow's work.
Yeah. Day off? Sounds good. Sounds good. And they all start
Sounds
scrambling.
Great.
They all
And
start
now I'm
scrambling and joyously. They mash through the door into that kind of rundown house that you now are aware is the crew house and that they are your crew.
Pro is going to crouch down to the ground, and he has his head in his hands, and he's like, "Oh fuck! Oh, my crew's going to be killed."
I don't have to crouch actually. I'm 3.5 feet tall. I just pat him on the shoulder. Say, we'll find a way through this, boy. Don't worry.
I can't deal with a smuggler as big as that without my team, and my team is arrested. Fuck.
Well, what about that Kava fellow?
Keita. Oh,
Keita,
God.
yes.
Oh, he might be our only hope.
You
And
look
I'm
over and he's like juggling apples, and he's like egging Reed on to like throw in more apples.
Crow looks back at Crow looks back at Bobcom and says, "If that's our only hope, my crew is doomed."
Well, I'm sure Astral will help. And Reed, he can play a song.
I would also like to give a frame of reference to when this shipment arrived, because I did not.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah. No, I need to know.
This shipment has been here for 2 weeks.
Oh shit.
Oh.
That means the pickup's probably gonna be soon. They wouldn't pick it up right away.
No, what I'm trying to say, I think, is that the shipment was meant for here.
Yeah.
This is the food supply for here. There's nobody coming. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying for the drugs.
They
Whoever
wouldn't
wants
pick
the
up
drugs,
drugs
yeah.
immediately.
Yes,
They would
yeah.
pick it up soon, but it would have to be in town. Whoever is getting it.
I'll say we should have someone stay around here and keep an eye out. They'll have to come by to pick up what they thought were the drugs, and at that point, we could probably get more information.
Look, I'm going to seal up this crate, and I'm going to stay nearby. I will not be found, hopefully. If I find the person and they seem like someone who could be talked with, I might see if I can speak about a pay arrangement, and maybe I can work half my life to see if I can pay back this with no blood on our hands. But we'll have to see. Crow looks like he's thinking of like a million thoughts a minute, dude. He's like,
So you're planning on? Are you planning on staking out the shipment? Sorry, I was reading a note here.
yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, what else would anybody like to do on this day of relaxation before the stakeout and the next day of true settling?
Not much in particular for me, I don't think.
I mean, do you mean right now or throughout the entire day?
I mean, like for the day, like in game.
Come eventual night, I would like to prepare to say a song or sing a song or a tale of the great deeds that were performed today by Cater at the Seoul Entertainment District.
I swear to God, I'm gonna start getting sick of Cater real fast. At this point, I'm gonna fucking drive myself insane.
So you're gonna put on a performance inside of Ginger Snap Taps tonight.
Yes, to help draw in the crowd, because who would not want to hear about the defender of the town? To know that you are safe in this town.
Are you pitching this to me?
Well, I imagine it'd be a
So
conversation.
does flyers say.
You posted some rudimentary flyers around the town, huh?
Just a sec. I want to see something.
You got paper and the pen or a quill? Remember you saying?
I will make 3 marks with prestidigitation. That will be arrows at various points, or
To indicate where to go.
yeah, to
Cool.
guide people towards the inn.
Okay.
Or the tavern.
Can I nominate Steph for inspiration for her performance when she was drugged?
I'd like to second that one actually too.
Good call.
I would prefer that we leave inspiration for you guys to decide when somebody's earned it. Because I have a hard time
So
keeping
that's a
track
yes?
of when. So if you guys think that she deserves inspiration for that, then award inspiration.
Definitely.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
Absolutely. I thought Steph did well. I agree
Thank
with,
you.
I agree with Alex's nomination.
All right,
Oh.
Steph, you have inspiration.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Speech. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so you're going to be putting on a show. Cater, what would you be doing on this night while that's happening?
Like while the show's happening, or while he's preparing
Yeah,
for
like,
it?
are you there to be an object of attention there, or are you doing your own thing? Are you working out, juggling more apples? What's going on in the night of Cater?
Yeah, I'd be fine like being there. Like not like we coordinated like an act or anything. I'm literally
Yeah.
just standing on the stage while he like
Yeah,
talks or
perfect.
sings about me.
And of course, you're also being given whatever you want for food or drink.
Yeah, but it took a bit of convincing in the sense that I'm like, but baby, I've already done so much for this town. Could they possibly be that needy? And he's probably like, yeah, but it'll look good on you. And
Those that love you always want more, and the whole town.
ugh, this is my burden to bear, I suppose.
It does. It is indeed so.
Now, Crow, Astral, and Bobblegoth. I'm sorry.
Mazel
I'll
tov?
get used to it.
It's all good. It's all good.
Are all three of you participating in a stakeout effort here, or what's happening?
Honestly, I am trying my best to ignore where the heck this Reed and Cater business is going on. I'm eating my food, but also trying to clean my hands so my bug doesn't get messy while I'm reading.
Good luck.
Okay, so are you just
What did you
reading
think
at
of
the
the note?
house? Or
No, I'm part of this little steak thing. Like I said, I'm just ignoring what the heck they're talking about.
No, they're not at the same places. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, I'm in the house, trying to recover from my
Okay, so you're alone at the house.
yes.
Cater and Reed are putting on a performance for the
And
men
she
of the
was
town.
given a note.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
also trying to figure out this like the stone thing.
Oh, that's right. That's true. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Hold on. Before you do that. Oh, sweetheart.
Oh, that's 6.
The barley bottom boy came by with a note when that hunk of a man dropped you off today.
Oh my god.
I'm. What? Can I see this note?
I would remember
I'll
she's
hold my
married.
hand out, annoyed.
What does the note say?
You have been saved by Cater Quinrose.
Okay, I'll stop you right there.
It's
I won't read the rest. I'll just burn it. I'm
Thanks,
throwing it in the garbage or
team.
whatever. I'm throwing it. Yeah.
Oh, please don't burn things in the house, darling.
Sets the house on fire.
Sorry, I'm just not interested in listening to someone who just cares about some other person besides themselves, and is just full of themselves. So I'm gonna go back to my book. Thank you. Bye. And I'll start poking at the stone.
It was
trying to
you
figure
reading,
this out.
it's not like it was talking to you. Actually, I should get that spell. But,
Oh my god. Alright, so what does the stakeout effort look like? This coordinated effort between Bobblegov and
It
Crow.
depends if I think I can get to the roof or not.
I figured he was doing it solo, actually.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah,
said
no,
you were participating.
I said to
Alright.
Bobblegov that I can handle this.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get him involved on something that could get him in trouble.
I thought
Yeah.
originally he was the first one to suggest.
I did. I was like, someone should stay here, and he's kind of like,
someone.
I should stay here. And I was like,
Okay.
okay, if you... sounds like you know what you're doing.
It's
Alright,
my
so
current crew that's in trouble, not
what would you
anything
like to do then, Bobblegov?
Bobblegov's gonna putter around at the office for a bit.
Okay. I love that. That's the. I'm gonna go to the office. So,
The works.
yeah, that's all. I love it.
Check in on Tiny, make sure he's doing what I told him for fear
Tink.
of death, or Tink, sorry.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go back to the lovely estate of Archimedes, and I'm gonna start exploring the shit out of that place because
Yeah, no doubt.
my granddaughter found a hidden compartment with super cool magic stuff. So I'm like, there's probably more around here. So I'm like
Makes sense.
tearing the place apart, but in a way that's not gonna damage anything. Because I don't want the wife to yell at me.
Checks out.
Yeah.
And you're okay. So you are able to get to the roof. Crow.
I'll be back.
Yeah, so I'd want to be on a roof, on the other side of where these boxes would be,
Mhm.
these crates.
Yep.
And I'd want to have a position where I can see the crate, and yeah, just a position where I can see the crate. Is there any light near this, or no?
It seems suspiciously dark in the area where the crates are stored. It's not. It's not particularly lit.
Before I get on a roof, I am gonna put some thieves' cant on this box.
Okay.
Or sorry, on the inside of the lid, and it's gonna say, "Speak the words." You know what? Just hello. Or you know, actually, no. It needs to be
Hello?
something. It needs to be something arbitrary. Speak the words melon. Sure, that works.
All right. Okay. So
I'll get up on the roof after that, and I'll be keeping a very watchful eye on that crate.
well, for the first hour after you've been waiting there, actually 2 hours goes by, and in that 2 hours, Cater and Reed put on their performance. Well, rather, Reed put on his performance while Cater probably was as disinterested as he could be.
Depends on if Mistress is there.
Oh, absolutely. When she found out there was a presentation that involved you just being present and looking impressive, she did show up.
Oh, well, then anytime she looks near, I flex. Like I don't make it obvious that I'm flexing, but I'm flexing.
Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, then, there are a few points where she's watching intently as he's telling the story, and he'll say, or while he's, like, talking about you or saying about you, and whenever he says something particularly impressive or endearing or anything like that, she glances at you, and those are the flexible moments.
Exactly.
So after that 2 hours, that event has begun to wind down as people begin leaving Ginger Snap Taps to get some sleep before the upcoming day. You see some movement shuffling across the shadows towards the crates.
So shadows slinking towards. I'm gonna slip down off of the roof into an alleyway, hopefully, if there is one.
Sure, stealthy me.
Yes. Because if I do it when they're too close, it's gonna be worse for me.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so you were silent as the night, and you have maintained as best a vantage point you can of at least where the person will have to access the crate.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Sorry.
You see a little shadowy figure begin fiddling around with the crate.
So I'm going to be readying a dash to run after if I see them open this crate.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know.
You see him pull out a little pry bar, and he goes to pop open the top, and you hear an audible like, huh, because the pry bar is not needed; it is already kind of open. So he pops the top off. You said you were preparing a dash for when he opens it?
Sorry for if he. I meant that I would do an action according to what he is doing. So
Okay.
like when you say a certain thing, I'll say that.
Okay. Okay, sure. So he's fishing around inside it, pulling out random bits and bobs, and you hear muttering under his breath, like, oh, where is it? This doesn't make any sense. And he He closes the box again for a second, and you can hear him take a deep, like, kind of unsteady, shaky breath. And he pops it open again, and he starts pulling everything out. Not nowhere near as quietly as before. And
as this guy is doing this, how strong is this guy looking?
he looks to be maybe 3 feet tall. Couldn't be more than 70 pounds, but judging by his outline.
Is it Tink?
Hard to tell
Okay,
how strong
I'll
he
let
is,
him,
but he's diminutive.
I'll let him keep going. So he's pulling the stuff out of it to search now?
He's pulling. Now he's climbing in. He's climbing in. You see things popping out over the top as he's chucking them out.
I'm going to quietly walk over to the other side of the street and not quietly walk in front of the box like I'm just passing by.
He pops his head out and looks at you.
What might you be doing, sir?
Getting some food, getting something to eat.
You wouldn't be happening to be looking for something sent by Crimson Angel?
He just lowers his body back into the box.
I say the Crimson Angel thing quieter, like a lot quieter.
He just lowers his body back into the box. And he says, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you and me ought to have a talk.
I don't have anything to say to you. Why are you even here? You're being really suspicious.
Oh, is there a reason I need to be here? Because I know why you would be searching in this specific crate. Because I know what was in it, friend. And I'm looking him right in the fucking eyes.
No, he lowered his body into you're talking to a crate.
Okay.
He's like kind of hiding from you.
Okay, so he just made it like really fucking obvious.
Literally, when you said, "What are you doing in there?" Like, did you something to do with the crimson? He just like lowered his body back into the crate. He stopped looking at you.
You don't need to be afraid or cautious. I am a smuggler.
His head pops back up. He says, "Well, then you know exactly why I need to get it."
Yes. I don't know who took it, but I saw the mark. I saw the crate open.
He
I'd be
pops his
willing
leg over
to-
the top and he falls to the ground trying to get out of it because it's as tall as he is.
Can I try to help him, or can I try to save him from falling?
You can. You catch him as he's stumbling out, and he says, "Oh, well, thanks, friend." And he reaches his hand out.
If you need help with investigating who's stolen your substance, I'd be willing to help for a
He slowly
price.
pulls his hand back in, realizing you're not going to shake his hand.
Oh, I will shake his hand. Sorry, I didn't realize that was.
Yeah. He holds his hand out and he shakes your hand. He says, "Nice to meet you." Yeah.
I
He
won't
says,
be
"Nice
going
to meet you."
by
I'm
my. I won't be going by my main name. Call me Kuruk.
All right, Kirk.
What is the race of this lad?
He's a gnome.
No.
He's a short, bald, kind of old-looking gnome, very wrinkly. And he said, "Yeah, I'm Tink."
Okay. Did you already pre-purchase this stuff?
Yeah.
I
Well,
see.
no. It's on credit. I was supposed to turn it and flip it.
Ah, that's a not good situation.
I'm aware.
Look, I can only help so much with finding the culprit, but as for your current problem and your credit, I think that's something you need to get
I'm
in
gonna have to
order.
run. can't pay for it.
Have they sent any people here to settle your credit? And I do
Not
the
yet. They don't.
fingers.
I don't think they know that anything's gone wrong yet. I only just found out. How could they know?
Have you dealt with them before in the big city?
Mm-mm.
Are you a novice? How much credit did you take out? Too
Well,
much?
Almost 1,000.
Okay, so Crow's like, he looks like he's about to gag at that, like, is there somewhere more quiet we can talk about your problem here?
Yeah, come back with me to the works.
Sounds like a good idea.
Wait, so it is Tink. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Said his name is Tink.
All right, so he
Okay.
leads.
I didn't hear that. Sorry.
He leads you.
The reveals occurred about 3 times now.
He leads you to this.
Is it
It
me?
leads you to the stone building that I was describing earlier, with the very rudimentary sciencey, magicy things inside it. And he says we should be good. We should be good in here. Something tells me we're not gonna run into Bobblegov this late at night.
It's in there. Yeah, I'm glad to.
The little rat would have taken the stone and sold it for drugs.
Is there anything you can sell in here? I mean 1,000. They won't wait long.
I don't know. There's nothing. I don't know. I have to tear the place apart. They found something cool earlier. That little one, Astral, she took it. I have to get it back. I bet you they would take that.
How valuable did you think it was?
It was one of Archimedes' inventions.
Oh,
It's priceless.
so if I were to help you out, what do you say I get a little credit with the
Anything you
Crimson
want,
Angel?
man. Anything you want.
I see. So what do you say? A joint operation. We save
Yeah.
your life. You help mine.
Sounds good to me, man. We can make a lot of money together. But you gotta keep it quiet.
I've been a smuggler for more than half my life.
I'm just warning you. I'm warning you, don't cross me.
I don't plan on it. Because I don't want the Crimson Angels sniffing around this city. Oh, and I'm a man of my word. You know how it is, yada yada.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Look, from a thief to another. Well, maybe not a thief you are, but you can trust me for now. You don't really have much other choice.
So it would seem. I mean, we know where it is. We know where she is. Let's just go get it.
You see, but Bubblegov, I believe, is aware.
I handled Archimedes. I can handle Bobblegov.
Oh, did you put the old geezer in? Did you put the old geezer in the ground? Oh, you'll be
He was
charmed.
snooping too much, so I made some adjustments to his work.
Ooh, is that why he exploded?
It wasn't supposed to be so gory. I didn't want it to go down like that. He was a good guy.
I apologize for the laugh, but excellent work on your part.
I just wanted to banish him. I didn't want him to die.
I see. Then, apologies.
It's fine. But I'm not worried about Bobblecop. Let's just get the stone. You don't owe them anything.
All right. And I'll say, well, I should get less noticeable, and I'm gonna take off my vest, and I'm going to pull up my my common shirt, and underneath is like this it's like a half mask thing that covers my nose and mouth.
He said, that's a cool mask.
Well, if we're going to be thieving, I need to have my thieving gear on.
He just puts on, like, the fantasy equivalent of a balaclava.
Mom is calling me. Just 1 second.
Okay.
A balaclava?
Okay, well, seeing as
Balaclava.
how he's going to go handle that right now, I can address your exploring of the house.
Yeah, sure.
And also in regards to making turrets to defend your property.
Yeah. What about
Are
it?
they
DM?
all interior? Or are you weaponizing the outdoors?
Oh, I was memeing Heimerdinger stuff.
Heimergov
I
Dinger
see.
Tov.
I would, but you left me nothing in the works to make
I'm
turrets.
sorry that Tink sold all the goods.
As a little kid. No, it's fine. What was I gonna say? Okay, so yeah, exactly. My first question is, when I went back to check on him earlier, he was doing what I asked, right?
To the best of your knowledge, yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah, did I find anything when I was searching through the house?
So inside the house, give me an advantaged investigation because you had plenty of time and you knew you were looking for something. You weren't just wandering around exploring. You knew you were trying to find stuff. Well, good thing you had advantage.
Relevant.
Yeah, so as you were exploring around the fireplace, you found a loose brick that, when you pulled the brick out, you saw a sigil. It's like an arcane symbol, and maybe arcane me?
Sure. I think it's a language, because I have comprehend languages. I'll roll this first.
It's fine. A 10's good enough. You at least you recognize what it is. It's a simple, like, basically a ward. If you don't know how to interact with it, it would probably kill you.
Glyph of warning.
But because again, you had plenty of time and you've got a fair amount of experience, you managed to get through, and it basically created a. When you got through it, it revealed a stairway that led down to his proper research lab.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
real stuff. Right, stick. Yeah, I go down there.
So down here, you basically have all the basic components you need. Like, pretend basically you have an infinite, like a focus down here to get all of your basic materials from.
Sick.
You have a
bunch of
station
metals
for
and-
brewing, a station for enchantment. You have a station, like, you basically all the things you would need, provided you have the materials and the know-how to use it.
Yeah, metals, liquids, rare powders, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, just admittedly in minimal amounts.
Okay.
You would still need to continue stocking up your supplies through orders, but you do have some things to work with now.
Sweet.
And you were
Did
messing
you
with
leave
it.
any notes? You leave, like, I want to search for a book or something about his recent inventions, I suppose.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything really hidden down here because this was already beyond his
Makes sense.
hiding section. I will say yes, you do manage to find a couple of things, but I'm not going to try to invent them right now.
Sure.
we can address that one later when I have a little bit of time to think it over.
Okay. Got a
That's
proposition for you after too.
Sure. And you were investigating the stone.
Yes.
Astral.
I am. You're right.
What does that mean? What are you doing with it?
Kind of trying to like find something in my books that like kind of resemble what this thing is doing, and like why is it resisting my hand, and like because I'm like trying to like um maybe like make small magic to see if it absorbs it, or like a little small little firebolt or something into it, or like I don't know, something like that, I guess.
Okay. So maybe two things then. History and Arcana. Okay, so historically, you can't remember reading anything pertaining to a stone like this. But from a technical aspect, magic-wise, it seems as if it hovers in an effective stasis because it's repelling everything around it away from itself.
Okay. So kind of like a shield.
Or like a really strong magnet where everything is the opposite polarity of it.
Interesting.
Or sorry, same polarity.
So would I understand what this was used for?
As of right now, no.
Okay.
But you could probably start speculating some applications you could use it for. But...
Okay. I would like to start doing that then, I suppose.
I meant you as a player. You can speculate whatever you want.
I see.
That's what you managed to discern from it, playing around with it for a bit.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep it safe though too, so I'm gonna keep it on me, like my personal stuff.
Yeah, how do you keep it on you, bearing in mind that it very strongly repels from everything?
Do you have like a case or something I can put in, like a little chest or something?
Yeah, you basically have to put it in a box.
Yeah.
A box that it can be evenly spaced away from everything.
Yeah.
So... I'll say that while you were exploring that, you went to put it in like a smaller rectangular box, and when you closed the lid, the box exploded.
Oh dear.
Not like a fiery explosion, but like shrapnel and pieces of wood went flying everywhere because when you closed the lid, it compressed it in such a way that it couldn't space itself away without blowing up the thing around it.
Right. Okay, then I'll grab another and then not close the lid, but let it like. You said it floats?
Yeah,
so
it basically hovers in stasis and pushes itself away from anything that comes within like 6 inches of it.
Okay, so then I guess I'll just let it like hover over a cup or something, I guess.
Sure, it's just hovering there.
And I'll fall asleep watching it, I guess.
For the time being, let's just call it a levy stone. Just for purposes of having a name for it if I need to reference it.
Alright, I'll write that down.
It'd be a good time if Thomas were back.
I am back.
Oh. Okay, so he put on his little balaclava, and Tink started walking out in front of you towards the 2-story house.
You know what this stone looks like?
Yeah, it's like a little cube about maybe 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches. It's kind of a palish, cleary, kind of whitish color, and it floats.
Oh, pretty easy to spot then.
Yeah, it's not subtle.
We need to find out. Do you know which one of them has it?
Girl.
We need to find out which floor she's on, and then figure a way into that place without making too much noise.
Well, Bobblegov wouldn't have given her Archimedes' room, so she's in the first floor.
Oh, true. I didn't even think of that. Well, then, seems Is there any windows on the first floor? I'm gonna go scout out this house.
Yeah, there's windows by the bedroom on the upper floor, and near the kitchen on the first floor, and to the other bedroom on the first floor. Presumably all three are closed.
Yeah, I'm gonna peek through the window here on the bedroom.
I'm sorry, uno momenti. You can do that. My only question is, why would you have done that unless you knew something like this was happening? Astral.
Yeah, I'm typing it too.
Sorry, so you're looking in the window?
Yep.
Okay. Currently, you see... Well, okay, so there's two things. When you're near the window, you sense, or you smell this very pungent, trashy kind of like... Well, skunk-like smell. And then still, within the window, open window... Actually, no, the window's closed. So... I said that they were kind of talking about, well, sorry, not they, but I don't imagine the windows are open. And correct me if I'm wrong, Astral, would you have left your window open?
No.
Bobbleguff? Would you have left
No,
your
am I asleep or?
No, that's up to you. I mean, honestly, during the time you were looking, I'm going to say it was probably around the same amount of time it would have taken for Tink to show up. So I don't think you're asleep, unless you wanted me.
Am I? No. I'm just looking to understand. Am I downstairs then?
Yeah, you're probably in the lab.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't have opened her window.
No, I mean the upstairs window, like the bedroom window upstairs. Do you think that would be open?
Is it nice inside? It completely would depend on the temperature inside. Is it
yeah,
comfortable?
no, it's comfortable. It's comfortable.
Then no, I wouldn't have bothered.
Okay.
Girls like it extra warm, you know. I might open it when I go up there just to cool it off because I'm a heater. But
perfect. Okay, so yeah, the windows are currently closed, but they're not like bolted closed or anything like that. They're like pullover wooden shutters kind of thing.
Okay. I'm being called by Mason.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
you're too popular, dude. Maybe we want to check
sorry,
in.
I am here.
Okay.
I screamed to him that it was not me that Mom was wanting.
Okay.
I'm going to be inside this room. What's the layout in here? Is there anything more suspicious looking, since I do know what I'm looking for?
Wait, sorry.
Am I able to see through this window, or is there like blinds or something locked?
No, that's what I was saying. There's like a wooden pullover like shutter kind of thing.
On the inside?
No, like like the old school style, pop open wooden shutters.
Yeah. Okay. And this smell is definitely coming from the window.
It seems to be very centralized at the window's location. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna move over to the kitchen, and I'm gonna look through the kitchen window. But I'm gonna be peeking from one of the corners.
Okay. You can see inside so much as there's like a dining room table, a fireplace off to the side in like a den, and you see a set of stairs that lead upstairs, and a closed over door that you would assume is the bedroom based on where the other window was.
And the only other window is on the second floor in the other bedroom.
Yes.
This is gonna be the best shot.
Tink is behind you, and he says, "What are you doing?"
I'm sure this is the best window. What do you think?
Yeah, but we should be done. We should get this done fast. We wouldn't want the protector of the city to see us. What are you doing, protector of the city? Now that the night cleared out.
I was shown like our abode, or
Yes. It's a building, a relatively nice building, probably the second nicest house in the city. And it's beside the guardhouse, which is relatively close to where the tavern is. I mean, everything's kind of centralized. It's all like in a circle around.
I
the
mean, it's like
courtyard.
30 people. I imagine it's
Yeah.
not too like.
It's all pretty centralized around the courtyard. So
I'll I'll just be going for like a walk around the perimeter and stuff like that. Get a better feel for how the city, quote unquote, city is at night.
Okay.
And I'll just ask Reed if he wants to come or if he's going to sleep.
I would like to join you, sir. It gives me more time to hear your stories.
Sounds good to me. If you'd rather, you can drop off our stuff at our lodging, so that you don't have to carry it. I don't think we'll need anything.
That's most kind of you, sir. I shall do that.
So we'll just drop our stuff off, and I just wanna take in like the perimeter of the town.
okay.
Is there anything you'd like, before we wander, is there anything you'd like me to tell Stella or Nemo? The
No, just if they're already out and about, I wouldn't mind meeting them. Just to get familiar with their faces or whatever leadership is supposed to do in these cases.
While you're talking about that, you hear a little voice go, "Psst, pause. I've got something to report."
Who goes there?
It's, oh yeah, I guess you don't really know me. It's me, Stella. Sorry, it's me, Mimo.
Oh. Oh, so you're that one. Okay.
Yeah. He's kind of like hiding in the shadows relatively nearby, but like not that well. He says, "I saw something."
Did you see something that infected your brain with quietness? Speak up.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Used to being secretive and spying. But okay. So, I saw somebody casing the joint around the old inventor's house.
Oh, okay. Interesting. This would be a good start. BB, go get our bags.
Yes, sir. And I'll start to go run off and retrieve the bags again.
And I'll talk to, sorry, what's the person's name again?
Mimo?
Nemo.
No, not it's Mimo.
Mimo?
Mimo.
Mimo.
I'll just look to Mimo and I'll be like, I don't know why he dropped off the bags. He knows we need the bags everywhere we go.
Mimo says, it can be hard. It can be hard to be as smart as you, Captain.
Oh, my reputation does precede me. How glorious.
Fuck yeah, he's fallen in line.
Yeah, there was at least one. He was a shorter fellow.
Oh, then I suppose, you and, what was the third one's name?
Stella?
Yes, you, Mimo, and Stella, don't worry about it. Take break or what is it you would like
Do
to
you want us
do?
to just keep? Do you want us to just keep patrolling the outskirts while you deal with the threat inside?
Yes. Please do tell me. Have you been patrolling clockwise or counterclockwise?
Well, we tend to one of us will do clockwise while the other one does counterclockwise.
Okay. Well, switch it up. Will you please?
Yes. I will go find Stella, and I will tell her to start going the other way.
Good. Things are going good so far, smoothly. Okay.
Thank you for your leadership, sir.
Uh,
Have a good night.
good reporting, Mimo. Good reporting. Let's see you some other time or something.
Yes, of course.
Um,
And he shuffles off.
before it gets too far, you're like when he starts to wander off. I assume Cater's gonna start heading in that direction as I'm coming behind with the bags.
Yeah.
I'd like to tell Mimo that he's done a great job today, and if possible, I'd like to speak with him and Stella, like if they can stay up a little later than they normally would, early in the morning, so that they can go to sleep afterwards.
He looks at you and he says, you know, I wouldn't have made him wait for the bags.
I will take that into account. I appreciate your go-to attitude.
Yeah, he just gives you a nod and he says, have a good night, Reed.
You as well, Mimo.
And he continues shuffling off. It's getting kind of late, Bubblegov. How do you intend on staying up all through the night in the basement there?
No, it's my first day. I don't want to work that hard.
It's a lot to take in anyway, right?
Yeah, and I'm old, so I probably need a good full sleep. I'll head up to Betty.
Do you have any like pre-bed rituals, like getting a glass of water in the kitchen or anything like that?
You're damn right I do.
Warm milk. 2
Yeah,
cookies.
I checked the fridge. What do we got in this?
Well,
It's as empty as my workshop, so help me.
I don't know about a modern ass fridge, but in your icebox,
Sure.
you have what seems to be some sort of like a concentrated fruit drink of some kind. Definitely you've got water in there, like ice cold water,
My favorite kind of water.
and some sort of milk-like, dairy-like product.
All
All
for my fans.
right. You pour the milk-like, dairy-like product.
Give it a sniff.
It basically just smells like milk, not necessarily cow milk, maybe goat milk or something.
It's fine. I have no issues.
Okay, yeah. So while you're taking your refreshing glass of milk, you hear a sound from outside, like near your kitchen window.
How odd. Is it just at this time of night?
Now, from your perspective, Crow, you saw Bubblegov enter the kitchen from your like kind of corner angle looking thing you were doing.
Yeah.
And the sound that he heard was Tink kind of like tripping over a bush as he was trying to get back to you to say like, what are we waiting for? He's like, come on, we gotta damn it.
Okay, so Crow's gonna go wide eyes and fucking look right at him. And he's gonna put a finger up and he's gonna put himself flat up against the wall.
Now while that's happening, Reed and Cater, you see a little figure kind of scrambled all over, all like you just watched somebody trip over a bush off
Halt!
in a slight distance.
Halt you! Cease whatever it is you're doing, because we've caught you.
You might as well surrender. You are the great Kator has captured you.
And Bubblegov and Crow, you are of course both hearing all of this. Crow, you've not yet been seen.
What in the world?
Okay. So, as soon as I hear a voice catch him, I'm going to. Also, I revealed to this guy like nothing. I said my name is Karuk,
You did.
which
Karuk?
I have not announced my real name to anyone. Only Crow.
No, but he has seen your face because you put your mask on afterwards. That is worth referencing.
Is he out in the open right now?
Not really. He's kind of tangled up in a bush.
Is he? He's tangled.
Yeah, like he tripped over the bush. He's scrambling. You hear him. He's like, "Oh damn it, shit!"
I want to grab him by the arm, throw him over my shoulder, and start running.
Athletics, definitely athletics.
As he's shuffling, and I heard Cater call it, I walk up to my window with my candle, and I'm like, "What's going on? Who's out there?"
You get a brief glimpse of a masked figure yanking Tink, throwing him over his shoulder, and booking it.
May I cast a spell?
Yes, you may.
I'd like to cast Fairy Fire on them.
That's probably unfortunate for them.
Well, I mean, we're catching thieves.
What's the save for that again?
They are going to make dexterity saving throws.
I mean, honestly, Tink can't move. He's being carried.
So I guess you could say that might be restrained, so it's disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, I could. It's just weird because he's kind of moving at the same pace as. Okay, fine, yeah.
I mean,
He's
we
got
could just say
he's
it's
got disadvantage
all
on it.
dependent on
You're
Crow.
right. No, you're right though. It wouldn't be fair for me to say that based on
So dex save.
dex save.
Yeah. Hey,
Well, so we've got an interesting situation. So Crow passed, so Crow's not illuminated. However, you're carrying a beacon. Tink has
Yonder.
Tink he is illuminated.
He
As
is
soon as we get out. Oh, sorry.
he is currently an orange.
All right, he is illuminated orange. You can see the light glowing past your shoulder.
As soon as I'm able to get out of this alleyway, I'm going to turn probably right, away from whatever direction is away from people, and I'm gonna say to him, "Can you run?"
Probably. Now I would also like to ask, you went down the alley and turned to the right.
Whichever direction is more away from people.
I mean, they're probably equally similar. Cater, how would you like to?
Yeah.
Is this something you would give chase to? Or
Oh
you
yeah,
just, like...
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Do we roll initiative or?
I think so.
Yeah, probably. Okay. I guess I gotta click on my.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. I'll. Yeah,
Damn.
click on your token. Perfect.
For a point of reference, it's going to be 1 minute long, as long as my concentration isn't broken.
These are some pretty sick rolls, everyone.
Yeah, no.
You gotta give him.
Oh,
a
you're 13?
I'm just gonna put some random ass token for Tink.
Yo, no way.
What was?
I was gonna say Tink can save us if he's that.
Why does that token exist?
What do you mean? Because it's roll 20 and I used that token before, so it holds all my tokens. So is it everybody on there?
Oh, everyone but me. I'm asleep still, aren't I?
Yeah,
I don't imagine I'm a part of this.
that's fair enough. Reed, what's your dexterity?
It would be a 16.
Okay, you go first then.
All right. I will start with putting a
So
vicious.
frame of reference, you illuminated him, and they booked it, and round to the corner, you can still see a slight orange glow.
I will cast Vicious Mockery. Or I'll move a bit so I can see more of the orange glow. I will target Vicious Mockery onto that orange glow. And then I will say, look at our proud defender already on it. And I'll give Cater a Bardic Inspiration.
He passes. If vicious mockery is a charisma or wisdom.
Wisdom. It's DC 13 either way.
I pass anyway.
Yeah, no worries.
It's a vicious mockery, bardic inspiration. Your turn's up then.
Yeah, that's it. Bonus action and action.
Okay. He is.
Are you
going
moving
to...
your full movement towards him?
Yeah, that's true. You're chasing him.
I would get relative. I would start heading that way, but yeah. But I can only move like 25 feet.
Are you
so
chasing him, or are you trying to head him off?
I would be chasing him. I'd be trying to go the quickest way towards the glow.
Okay. He is going to continue to run directly away from where he was.
He's in my arms.
I thought you asked him if he could run.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay, fine. He's fine. He's like, it's his turn. He says, well, "Do you want me to run or not?"
Yeah, I will let him. I was thinking of just fucking using him as bait, but he knows my face, so I can't let him go.
Okay, so you let him go, and yeah, he runs straight away, basically, from where he was. So away from Reed, directly. Gator.
Okay. Stay in your home, denizen Bobagov. There's danger afoot. And I'll run my 35 forward and take aim with my longbow.
Oh shit.
And
At the glow.
Yeah, the glowing one.
Yep.
Advantage.
Okay. So Fairy Fire gives advantage.
Yeah, it does.
DM roll or no?
It's okay, just roll that for right now. It doesn't matter.
Okay, and then I'm choosing to reroll the 18 with my Elven Accuracy.
Okay.
So 22.
Okay. You hit for
8 piercing.
You can use the
Alright.
Bardic for damage if you want to.
Oh yeah!
1d6.
Yeah, let's do that. That's pretty cool.
okay.
So you
11.
don't have thing yet.
Is that
It
level
is-
3?
No, it's part of the additional options. If someone has my Bardic Inspiration, they can use it for attack rolls, or for damage, or for
Alex is suggesting it's level 3, so instead of explaining what it does, just tell
Yeah.
him what level you got it
Valor. If it's for Valor Bard, it's 3.
It's not for Valor Bard. It's just a second option for Bard. It's an optional option for Bard.
Explain where, because he doesn't know what it is, obviously.
In Tasha's Calm of Everything. I am.
I think you misread then. There's one that adds to magic, and there's one that adds to healing.
at. It's magical attacks only? Is
Yeah.
what you're suggesting?
Yeah, it's magical inspiration. That's a spell that restores hit points or deals damage, and that's the only one in
Ah,
Tasha's.
cast spell. I thought that was only for the spell. Fair enough.
Okay, I'll keep the...
Valor Bard
Bardic
lets
then.
you add to melee damage
That's fine.
or weapon damage.
So over your shoulder, Crow, you see, or you mostly you hear like a phew, like a whistling go past you, and you just hear, and an arrow strikes Tink right in the small of the back, and he goes down in a heap.
He's already down.
Well, he fell at least.
He's but a man.
Oh fuck.
You're still running. Basically, you're running. You were behind him. An arrow flew past you. He is on the ground.
Bacon.
Dead? Do not know.
You can see
Alive? Do not
Cater, right?
know. You see a
On
figure.
his face,
You
but
don't know who he is.
he's probably the same clothes as earlier, no?
I was yelling.
Just dark clothing, I would imagine.
I'm not wearing the same clothes as before. I'm not wearing my vest, and I'm wearing, or like my clothes look a little bit different.
He did say he was suiting up for.
Ah, okay.
We probably want to know distances too.
Yeah. Okay. I.
Well, you can probably use this top here, right? Well,
Well,
I
we
would
don't
say
need
that-
grid. We can keep track pretty easily.
I would say that currently, because you were probably 30 feet away when you. Hey, what are you doing over there?
Just because outside, depending on the weather, it's either dim light or darkness.
You're probably 35 feet away from each other at the moment.
Then-
And I'd say that for the most part, it's dark. It's like the dark of night, but then there's still some sunlight flickering lamps and stuff on the streets, and you get some dancing shadows and stuff like that. But it's dark.
And
Okay.
a bright orange light coming from Tink.
Who's on the ground? Yes. That's what's illuminating Cater's figure right now.
Yeah,
Not Cater,
for the duration, it sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Crow, would you stop to check on him or what? Because it's your turn after Cater.
well, when it's my turn, I can decide what I'm doing. I already have an
Sorry,
idea.
do you have more to do, Cater?
Nope. Nope. I'm good.
Do I think I could do
Or I will yell. Sorry. Just to be clear, I will yell. You who was with him, stop as well. You are accomplice to a crime. Am I doing good, Reed?
Absolutely, sir. And a marvelous shot as well.
I'm going to how far away is he from me when he
35.
got dropped by the arrow?
Oh,
35?
the guy?
Yeah.
Sorry. When Tink fell, he was
Yeah.
he was probably like 10 feet from you.
Okay. I'm gonna pick him up by the arm again, sling him over, and then go my movement. Is he alive when I pick him up?
When you pick him up, he's got that like limp deadweight quality to him, so he might just be unconscious. And if you want to know if he's dead, you're gonna have to stop and check.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sling him over my back so that he's covering most of my torso
Okay.
from arrow fire. And then I'm gonna go as much as I can in movement. So I'm gonna go the 10 feet, get him by the arm, and then if I can go 20, I go 20. If not, then
We're gonna need another athletics for you to run by and scoop him.
oh please, dice gods, come on, we got this. Oof, not great.
No, not great. You half pick him up, and you need to make a decision. Are you gonna sacrifice your movement to grab him, or are you leaving him?
How much movement do I need to sacrifice?
Like, picking him up and tossing him over your shoulder, plus the 10 feet you moved, that will be your movement.
How far are they away?
35. So you would end up a total of 45 away.
So they could be in melee range if they move right up.
They're more likely to be able to catch you. Yes, it's a risk thing. Are you stopping to pick him up, to not leave him behind, or are you leaving him?
He's unconscious, you said, right?
Well, you don't know. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
You know what? I'm gonna take him.
Okay, yeah. So, he's like kind of limp and dead weight, so he's a little bit harder to pick up this time. So after you get to him, you have to you struggle for a couple seconds to actually get him up over your shoulder. You wonder how a halfling could be this heavy, or sorry, gnome could be this heavy. Bubble Are you
This
going
crow
back
is
inside?
not speaking at all.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's not
Bubblegum.
saying a single word.
Bubblegov trust in their ability, and with my stubby little legs, I'd have to like jump out the window, and I don't think I'd catch up to them. Like that guy, he's built different. Okay, he's
Yeah.
running. I'm like, there's no chance I'd have a better opportunity to catch. So it's in his hands. I don't know what's going on.
You just finish your milky and go to bed.
Oh no, actually, could I? Would it be maybe investigation to try to piece together what's going on out there, or insight or something? As
Insight would
to,
probably be your best, yeah.
so like, I think he could figure it out, but I don't want to like metagame figure it out. You know, I don't know how to solve it.
I would say that you could parse one of two potentials here. Either somebody saw your employee Tank trying to break in your house and stopped him and took him away. Or that Tank and an accomplice were trying to break into your house.
Okay. Using that info, I want to go check on my granddaughter, make sure that she's sound asleep and things going on in that room.
Yeah, she is out cold and the levy stone is just floating.
Good guy, Bobble
Okay.
Gov. Checking on
Next, I'm
his
gonna.
So protective of me.
Yeah, next I'm gonna go check on the queen. You know.
Granddad Bobble Gov.
Is Daffy Fina okay?
Daffy Fina is perfectly okay. When you come to the room, she says, "Oh, you finally coming to bed?"
Oh no. No.
Well, my love, it would seem that Tink, the boy from earlier, was outside of our house, and he is currently being chased by Kata.
Oh, I'm sure that Kata will have it under control.
I don't like the tone. I look a little bit angry for like 0.5 of a second, and then I wipe it off my face, and I'm like, absolutely, that's what I was thinking too.
She's been married to you for a long time. She recognized that look, and she said, "Don't you worry, Bubbles. I've only got eyes for you today."
I know. Like deep down, he's still insecure. That's it for me.
Okay, perfect. Reed?
I will target vicious mockery on the one right. It's foolish for you to escape. You might as well just give up now.
Wisdom?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's a fail.
All right. You will take.
He's right, you know.
4 psychic damage and disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Sucks what I'm about to do.
And I will continue to try and head in that direction, but I'm gonna make sure that there's room for Cater to kind of go forward if he wants to.
You don't have to make any room.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
because you went 25, I went 35.
That makes a lot of sense. Then I will only go like 10, maybe 15 feet ahead of Cater. Then I don't want to like get too far ahead.
Okay. Tink does nothing. Cater?
Oh my gosh, is the tall one wearing the short one like armor? What a savage. He did pick him up, right?
He's over my back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Covering
What a savage. I kinda like it. But I have a job to do. Sorry, I'm taking off the one arrow. Yeah, full 35. So I'm assuming he has cover. Because
Well,
of
35, you are 10 feet away from him, and I would call it half cover.
fair. And the fairy fire, yeah, I guess it wouldn't help me any, so just a straight roll. But I'll
Yeah,
have
but
the bardic.
It's a
And you're
hit.
gonna hit.
It's a big hit.
Boy.
Oh,
Bonus.
so for flavor, I take 2 arrows out of my quiver, one in each, like, finger, and I notch the one and fire it. And then, like, pretty quickly I notch the other one and fire it, all second wind.
Nice. Oh,
I will bardic this.
Action surge is the word you're looking for, not second
What
wind.
did I say? Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, action
Okay,
surge is
you
the
know
one.
what?
15, yeah.
15 is a hit.
It is? Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so
Oof.
a second, 2 quick arrows plonk into your body, so the vision fades to black. You're not dead. But everything goes dark.
The last
And,
thing you hear is, I think I got him, BB.
Congratulations, Eric.
Taylor and Reed, you see the tall figure fall to the ground and the small body go flying off of him as he falls. Well, obviously that means initiative is over. I'm not gonna, go right away. You guys can go and approach the scene.
It was foolish for them to run. What do you wish to do with them, sir?
Honestly, I used to watch the chases back in Lordenell, but I didn't stick around for the trials and stuff. That was boring. I don't suppose it's couth to let them bleed out. This is troublesome.
I do believe Meriwether mentioned a pit for prisoners while there is no current abode.
You guys not realize who he is at first? I guess he's
He's
still wearing his
still
mask, isn't he?
Well, I suppose the pit will do for now, and then we'll consult Tiny, maybe? I'm not sure. Here, you take, the tall one.
Absolutely, sir. And I will also go to retrieve the 3 arrows inside of them, and I'll clean them off the blood, and go return them to.
You know what? Actually, here I'm just gonna quickly roll a.
I don't say thank you, but I give you a head nod, which is the closest that Cater gets to thank you.
You want any death saves from me?
Yeah, well, okay. Well, one thing worth noting is the impact of falling partially dislodged Crow's mask. So when you go to pick him up,
I have dark vision, so I can see pretty good, so...
I do not.
Wait a second. Wasn't this the one that stayed in Tori's lodging with us for some time?
I can't quite tell, sir, but I assume you're correct, so yes.
I'll lift...
That's not good.
I'll lift up the rest of the mask and I'll be like, oh yes, this is the one. I don't forget an elf's face.
yes, it is 100%.
Into the...
Speaking of 100%, Tink is dead. When you went to check him out, Tink is dead.
He's... This one, his name was Crow, I believe, or something dirty like that. He's coughing up blood. Could you make him stop, please?
Absolutely. I will go to him and I will put a healing word on him. Or so actually I won't go to him. I will allow your wounds to heal before Cater, and they will heal. 1 health.
Perfect.
All right.
Eat it right out of me.
I'm just told everyone that like my charisma or yeah, that's okay. 4.
Okay. That's better. You can still bite it out of me, but. Jesus.
Oh, is he awake already?
Yes, yeah, I apologize. It's required for the process to stop the bleeding.
Oh, that's fine, I guess. I'm sure you tried your best. Crow, was it? I trust you'll make this easy and come with us. Otherwise, next time we're just going to kill you or something, and you're going to go in the pit. Okay? Okay.
Want a chance to explain the actions? And what crime have I committed? Staying out too late?
I'm not sure. Well, ask Mimo. I think she said something. In the pit you go. Come with BB. And I'm like holding the gnome in like one arm, kind of like outstretched.
If you could, I would wish to talk to, Bubblegolf. He knows why I was staking out some locations. It's to
You want to
do
roll a
with
persuasion on me?
It's to do with that illicit substance.
I really want to put
unless-
someone in the pit.
Okay, do you want me to do a persuasion on you?
Well, I want to at least get an impression here. You want to put somebody in the pit for sure, but he potentially has information about the illicit substances running rampant in your streets.
How did he word it?
He was doing investigation on the spots or the rumored spots of where that drug could be.
If you're fine with a persuasion, if you're fine with him trying to roll persuasion against you, then I'm fine
Yeah,
with that.
I was gonna say 15 and up, but because you mentioned drugs, 12 and up.
All right, go for it, Crow.
I have a +1 to persuasion. Okay.
That's
That was
performance.
performance. That was also +1 though.
Oh,
So I mean,
it's the same stat. I'm sorry.
No,
My eyesight's failing.
no, do it
Failure.
again.
I do a little shake.
I wish you were rolling
You
against
continue. You
I
continue
would-
digging the pit.
Do a persuasion. Yep.
There you go.
Oh. Okay.
You can throw the dead body in the pit.
Yes, I'm gonna put the gnome in the pit either way. I suppose we really should talk to Bubblegov, and he probably won't be awake for long. Come with us. BB, we're going to the Bubblegovs.
I
The
love this
Wobbletovs.
I love the BB thing so much.
A wise choice, sir. He was found near the premises. There's more information there.
Alright, we'd escort him to this 2-story house.
Yeah, I mean, it takes 2 minutes at best.
I'm still holding the gnome.
I guess since you asked me to bring the big one, I will be trying to guide Crow.
Yeah, at least he can walk now, so you can do it however you want.
All right, Bubblegov, after finally settling into your old man sleep,
For reals.
you hear knocking at the door.
I look over the switch at my bedside and I flick on the turret. That's for all the session. Good night. Kappa.
I do.
So I hear a knock, you said?
Yeah.
Cato, the defender of the town, is here. He requests your presence.
What time is it for him to be shouting?
2 in the morning.
Fucking okay.
BB, intro number 2, stat.
I'll pull out my lute and I'll start playing a calming melody that's like just going to slowly ramp up like an excitement. It's like do 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 do.
Yeah, this actually reminds me of Shrek 2.
Come outside. angry and like not dressed for this. I say, what? Why are you making so much noise outside of my house at 2 in the morning?
Well, it seems like I was right, as I often am. There was trouble afoot.
My God, is that Tink? T.
Oh,
See a limp, bleeding Tink.
this gnome, you know him?
Yes, that was my apprentice at the works.
Oh, can you, I think he's... Never mind.
He was seen trespassing and attempting to enter and burglar you.
Me? Why would he come here?
We have no clue yet, but due to the wisdom of Cater, we believe that this gentleman, as you will recall, we've spent some time with, it's related to it, as they were seen running off together.
BB, you're getting too much exposition. Give the exposition to me. So we found them outside, and due to my intelligence, we did put together that they were possibly burglaring. But this here, Raven fellow, what was it? Crow? He will do some explaining, I think. And I make like a steel, blue steel face from Zoolander. That looked really cute.
Right. You from across the entire place you can tell that Merryweather just swooned.
You can't deny blue steel.
It's my secret weapon. The longbow's pretty good. The blue steel is a sure thing. Go on, Crow.
Well, my stakeout was going well, and I all got my last bit of information, but they killed the man who was going to show me where his stash was.
Ooh, a stakeout. That sounds fun.
I was staking out a box where the drugs came from, the Angel's Penis. I know where they have come from. I know how he got them, and he is on credit. So, he said that he was going to take me to a hideout as long as I joined him in scoping out a place, though he did not tell me where.
Bubblegov, does this all add up?
No, why were you at my house? Scoping us out for what?
Tink did not tell me.
You
Liar.
You're sleeping.
Sorry.
followed this man who was doing illicit things to my house? Why would you even let him get this far? Your wife and my granddaughter live here.
I honestly did not know it was this part of the city. I have been following him for a while.
In Crow's defense, you are never truly in danger because I was here. Back to blue steel.
Oh my god.
He is fortunate that you were, but had you not been for some reason, had there been trouble elsewhere, this could have been a great threat to my family.
He makes a good point. So shall we toss him in the pit? Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that there's a pit that we toss criminals in here.
He just looks like flabbergasted at this situation. I don't know.
I guess the decision does fall on me, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell him, Reed. Tell him.
I just
Yes.
did your investigation for you.
If he'd be willing to provide all the information, perhaps he could be temporarily enlisted under your forces. I do
Ooh,
believe.
like a secret agent. That's
Indeed,
exciting.
sir.
Oh, that could be exciting indeed.
Look, I came here after being exiled for being a smuggler. I do not wish to be exiled again for being a smuggler again. I'm doing this so that I have better standing with you people, so that I'm not under the eyes of the government.
And what?
Being found to burglarize my house will not give you better standing with us.
But
I've explained myself, I do not need to anymore.
agreeing to assist the town protector Krator, Kator, would help you quite a bit.
Fucking smack him. He called you Kator.
It's
Oh my god.
it's
Katie.
halflings. Their accent is almost indiscernible sometimes. They're almost as bad as humans. Anywho.
So, Kato, I do believe that he needs some time in the pit to think about his actions.
This is exactly what I was thinking.
Ah!
As punishment for not inviting me to a super cool stakeout, you will spend the night in the pit, and it is hereby decreed by Cater, outro number 4. BB, outro number 4.
I'm gonna start banging on the walls this side and drumming with them because I don't have my drums with me.
Once you start banging to the rhythm, 12 kobolds come pouring out of the workhouse to the beat of the music.
Don't wake everyone else up, goddammit.
I see, you have done well in protecting me, thank you. Next time, could you please not play loud music in the middle of the night? I do wish that my family would be able to sleep in peace.
Oh, I'm so sorry for my assistant. BB, did you hear him? Stop! Why are you playing music? It's late. Ugh, I am
Yes,
sorry,
absolutely.
Mr. Bobogov. Mr.
Quite alright,
Wobogov.
I know good help is hard to find.
Oh, you're telling me, and I roll my eyes.
And I look at my dead assistant in your arms.
So if I don't know where the pit is, I'm asking Mimo. Or, like, I'm trying to find one of them.
Jim the kobold, because I wasn't lying, the kobolds did come out to the street. Jim the kobold, he taps you on your leg armor.
Oh, yes?
He says, "We can show you where the pit is. Can we go to the pit for the night too?"
Sorry, you want to go in the pit?
Yeah, we want to hang out with boss.
Oh,
Oh, hey guys. As I turn my bloodied head over.
I suppose it's fine. I don't see why not.
He says, "We're responding."
Okay.
They say, actually, if you let us go, we will improve the pit.
That's a good idea.
I am honestly probably the best captain of defense that any city has ever seen. Look at all I'm doing. Are you, writing this down, BB?
Yes, as you say this, I'm going to kind of make like try. Do you have like a cape or something? Because I think I recall like there was a bit of a cape on your.
I can check the picture. Let's say no. I don't want to
Then
cover too much of my body.
I'm gonna try and have like a small like a small puff of air from the prestidigitation kind of blow over like the top of your head, so it's like swinging the hair.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want. That's what Cater's looking for. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, the kobolds lead the way. It's really not far. Everything's pretty condensed.
So in you go, Crow.
I mean, you could just leave me here for the night and we could just improve the pit like
push him.
In you go, Crow.
One by one, the kobolds raise their hand. They're like, "Me next, me next."
I'm not interested in pushing them all. I step back.
I toss them all in one by one, like little underhand tosses.
They joyously yip as they fall. Yeah.
Can I catch them as they get thrown down?
Yeah, you're more than. I mean, it's probably store, but you can definitely catch them. They're not.
I don't want them to get hurt.
The visual I have is like just random colored little like dragon people being like thrown in, kind of doing a little flip in the air and then diving down almost.
Yeah, and then Crow is catching them and delivering them safely to the ground.
Yeah.
And then a large thud as a dead gnome hits the bottom of the pit.
Just a muffled thump.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have. It'll be alright. I'm tired. I want to meditate. Okay, you be good in there. And then, yeah, turn to leave.
So, unless anybody has anything else specific they want to do, we can fast forward to morning. But I do have a question for Crow.
Yeah.
What would you have your crew, the Dirty Dozen, what would you have them do to improve the pit? Right now, it is quite literally just a hole in the ground.
Well, we can't really do anything. We don't have access to materials.
Well, they can get out. You could get out. It's just a fucking hole.
You know what? If we're not being actively watched, I want to get the sidings of this with some stone from the quarry and make this a nice stone walled pit. And
That you can't
maybe if
easily
we,
climb out of, you mean?
and maybe well, and also so that you can't dig through the walls.
Yeah, okay.
And maybe some stone tiles on the floor if we can get that in time.
Yes, okay. If you do that, you will not get a long rest tonight. Is that okay?
I'm just gonna be having to answer for my crimes tomorrow, anyways. What's
That's
the
fine.
deal?
Yeah, no, I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know. But yeah, if that's what you want to do, you're more than welcome.
Fuck it. It shows my work initiative.
The kobolds will stack like a ladder, and you can easily climb out on them. And then they will just scramble out of the pit. And the rest of your night is spent back and forth collecting slabs of stone to improve the overall quality of the pit.
Perfect. So when we jump back in, does it make it so that we can't get out now?
Yeah, when you finally jump in and you place the bottom stones, you go to get out again, and you're like, oh.
Just to be quite clear, you have to move the dead gnome body around to work around it.
Yeah.
Just in case you forgot about that morbid aspect.
No, we have him sat up on the wall with fucking a weird facial expression.
Oh. He's the foreman.
He's just dead weight on the job, you know?
We cool if we get into the whole trial aspect of this next time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
That's
Of course.
I need to go. I'll let you work in late.
Alright, cool.
I guess I should not have saved him.
To be honest, I think either way, you were in a sketchy spot,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's a bad thing.
I can probably get myself out of this.
I don't think... you're playing a smuggler. You've been in worse pits than this.
Yeah. Better prisons, though. Actually, probably worse prisons.
You improved it, though. You improved it.
Is your character bad?
I've been a smuggler and a slaver, but I don't tell you the second part.
Okay.
It's a long answer, yes.
Yeah.
Probably. His motivations are the reason. It's probably greed.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for playing.
Thank you. GG's.
The characters are very fun.
I really like the fucking duo.
Thank you.
I like all of it. I like all
I
of it.
was gonna say I was really happy with everything. I feel like Alex is gonna have a shit ton of fun on his character.
I'm having fun with mine. That's fun to do.
No, not a meme though. If you want to have an apprentice or another assistant, you can definitely try to order one.
How could I ever trust again?
I
I mean,
I feel like I see why, like, if you don't know what he's done yet, just he's rolled up documents and smoked.
Listen, that, that little shit better have written up the documents I told him to before he kicked the bucket.
Oh shit! Actually, you do know that he did. You do trust Crow that he was trying to sneak into your place.
I
Don't.
we never snuck into his place. We were on the outside of his property at all times.
You
We
were
didn't even touch a bit of his
choosing
You're at
to
the window.
taste my joint, though, which is a problem.
You know, when the burglar falls inside the fence because they were too dumb to get to the window, it's still breaking into the property.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but in Tom's defense, you're not going to get charged for breaking and entering for casing a place.
We were walking outside the outside of a property, and unless there's lines on that property that says it's yours, then I'm not.
Yeah, but nothing.
You were found pressed against the wall by local authorities.
That said, we can post game not tonight for me at least. So I'll talk to you guys afterwards.
Yep.
Dude.
So good.
I'm available for Facebook messages, but I want to get up from my computer. I'll talk to you later.
Peace.